switch from T to beer pretty soon.
Ooh.
Okay, we're live on the Incomparable, and the bootleg is live. And the stream is live on YouTube. Oh, how good.
Wow, the fact that you can click on that and immediately get to the video is very convenient.
It opens Zoom. It does a good job. It actually opens, once it's done putting us live, it opens the page in YouTube. Of course it does. Makes perfect sense.
Great job.
Other live streaming tools do not do that. And you spend 5 minutes being like, where is the link again?
You can just click on the on YouTube
right?
thing up in the corner there, and it'll take you to it afterwards, too.
Yeah, that's
Or you can copy the link, which is also very convenient.
Yeah, you can post it on social media and stuff.
It's like these guys have been working at this for a couple of years now.
With nothing else to do.
Yeah.
All right, I tweeted a link.
I'm
So
grabbing
did I.
my dice.
So
My
that's great.
apologies. One moment.
Lots of links out there.
So many links.
From me, from Tony.
Wow.
Just, we're helping.
I'm a helper. That's what I do.
I'm just going to delete mine.
Which one's yours? I want to know.
Sorry.
I want to retweet the right one.
The one that just says live now and retweets the old tweet that said we were coming. That's
Oh,
Tony's,
okay.
and that's the one that still exists.
All right.
And mine is gone.
Sorry, Jason.
That's fine. You were
It's tricky. There's different configurations of D&D. We have different roles.
you were on top of things.
In Dog and Pony, that would have been my role. Here, it's unclear what my role is. In Dog and Pony, Dan's supposed to be running the stream. Here, Dan is.
I don't know what my role is.
There is no stream. Nobody knows Dan's role.
Well, we have the YouTube stream, which is, I don't know. I think it's fine. Put a lot of work into that map stream.
Here, I got new dice. There we go.
Ooh,
Pretty.
Wait. Oh, these are the boxes.
Dice come in
And-
boxes?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Only ever gotten them in a
Wait.
Come in
pouch free with my D&D purchase.
Those are the fanciest dice I've ever seen.
These are
Plastic
like
bag.
I got him at Comic-Con.
Oh.
Where I got my dice
Ooh.
was at Comic-Con.
those pretty.
Swirly.
Remember
Are they
Comic-Con?
pretty?
Those are
Oh my
super
God.
pretty.
I do. I
Quite
can
a
still
few times.
smell it.
In honor of
It's
Halloween
It's in a
coming
bunch
up-
of my clothes. I can't get it out.
In honor
I
of
got
Halloween coming up
these
in
dice
Flessa,
at Command Post in San Diego.
Oh,
I got
candy
this
corn dice,
die
Erica.
from a basic
Yeah.
D&D set.
because
Oh,
Flessa
boy.
likes
let's see.
candy.
All this dice
Monty's
talk
Oh,
dice
look at
reminded
that
me.
candy corn. Oh
Monty,
my
was that
God.
legit a basic D&D set, like from 1983 or something?
Yeah. Well,
If
this
the numbers are colored in, it's not classic.
the numbers are colored in because I used the crayon that came in the
Oh,
box.
God, totally
please.
brought the
Yeah.
value down like 30%.
This is one I got from a basic D&D set that I bought on eBay, but I have still 3 or 4 dice from my original basic D&D set. From
Everybody should start
81 or so.
recording
I'm recording.
Oh my God.
if you were not already recording.
Already
No.
recording.
If I'm already
I can record
recording.
this.
You think
If
If
this is
you're
one of those
already
one-
recording, you're ahead of the game.
You think this is one that we're going to release?
Don't record again because that's
No
too much
promises.
recording.
Who knows?
Oh my God. I
Multi-recording.
totally...
Dan's
I'm
got like a
recording
ghost.
because I'm a professional.
It's a curtain. There's a window here now.
Oh.
Curtains for you, Dan.
Yeah.
Better curtains for me.
And there was, I think somewhere I saw, I think it was on a tweet.
Dan
There
is
was a
trying to hold
picture-
his entire world together.
There was a picture of Dan's head that had a brick wall behind him, and I was like, "There's no brick walls in Dan's house." And then I realized it was like a picture
The
of you
window.
in your new house with the window open
You
with
can
the
see
brick wall of the house
apartment
next to
door,
you.
Yeah.
And I was like, interesting.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I was just like, but I figured it out.
Brick walls are great
There's
for author photos.
There's an apartment building so close to us that I could basically reach out my window.
I was gonna
and
say,
touch it.
how close is it? It's one of
it's
those
very
you would
close.
Ow.
like 5 feet. Like
Yeah. Oh,
It's-
if that. You can
it's
hand
super
a cup of
not
coffee
legal.
across.
it's not.
pretty
It's one of those.
It-
You know,
Is it just a
Somerville
wall or is there a window? If there's a wall, you could like put art on
There
it.
is a window, but it's not. Yeah,
It doesn't
it's
line
not.
up.
It's offset, so
Oh,
like they're
okay.
slightly above my window, which is
So
probably
googly
good.
eyes.
Otherwise, you're like, "Hi!" every time you open
Yeah.
the window.
Yeah.
But it's one of
String a
those.
tin can across.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Get to know your neighbors.
Like, just it's
You
weird
could
if
just
you
talk,
throw them
it's
the
only
tin
5
can, you
feet.
don't know them, and then you make a sound that's just ring, ring.
Yeah.
Really?
I
It's
think
one
that
of
would be
those-
awesome personally, but maybe I'm just weird.
Depends
It's
on
one of
the
those
leases.
Somerville houses that would not be legal to build today.
I don't think you're
Dealies.
just weird.
So much more.
You're so much more.
We have like
Twinsies.
9 people watching now, so that's something.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, we'll work on that. See if we can get it down over the
Hi,
first
Jason.
couple of hours. Is your mom here, Erica?
No, she's in Florida, so she's probably on a beach right now.
Do they not have podcasts in Florida on the
Yeah.
beach?
Also,
I'm
for
just
some
saying, like,
reason, when
we
Steve
rate
says
pretty
it,
high,
it just sounds
but not
impolite.
higher than the Gulf Coast, I'm afraid.
Hmm.
All right. What do we do on this live stream, Tony?
I guess I honestly, it's only 7 minutes after the hour. Usually you wouldn't all even be here yet, so this is confusing to me.
This is a dog and pony.
maybe we should play
Dragonforgers
D&D.
are- we know how to be on time here.
I like playing D&D. That
Let's
we're
do
here
it.
to do.
All right. Let's see. Everyone is recording.
Mm-hmm.
Jason is streaming. We are
Mhm.
currently just streaming the YouTube, but you'll piece a map together later if the map is important.
The Zoom is streaming, and the
Zoom is streaming.
Roll20 will be recorded for later release as a
Yeah.
special edition.
Anyone who wants to has tweeted the link. There are 11 people. I will say hello to them in the YouTube chat.
In
My
order.
name.
Hi,
I
Renee.
see Le Monster or Lemonster. Lemonster is the name of a town in Massachusetts.
near
I
us,
think it's
yes.
yeah. I think that it might be Le Monster. But yeah, we got people. So yeah, I guess we will do this thing. So it is 3:00-ish my time. I think we're gonna play. Are people good to play for 3.5-ish hours with breaks in between?
Heck yeah.
So we'll play 3-hour sessions. We will take some breaks.
3-hour
This may-
sessions.
3-hour
86.
sessions.
Oh, that's
And
different.
this may be our final Dragonforge and Associates outing, or at least our final search for Rutherford outing. I mean, technically, you've found Rutherford. You just have to,
Right.
Good job,
you know,
everyone.
he
This is a
won't
poorly
go
named
home.
part.
He won't go home until you find his dad, and also you've got to survive the trip back. So yeah, we'll do that. This is momentous. I have prepared some introductions for all of you because I may never introduce you again. All right, Jason, is that what you wanted to hear? And now I'll start the thing.
Start the thing.
Yes.
Recording.
Welcome back to Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a dungeon master. Today we are continuing the exploits of Dragonforge and Associates and their ever-ending, never-ending search for one Rutherford Ermbrusk, an adventurer gone missing. They sought only for proof of his actual demise. Little did they know they would find him more or less alive and intact, and are attempting to rescue him. He is non-compliant so far. Allow me to introduce our players, and they will then remind you of who their characters are and what's going on. First up, I once saw this player eat a still beating jaguar heart while maintaining perfect eye contact with another jaguar. It took over 4 hours. Please welcome Monty Ashley.
Hello, it's me, Monty Ashley. I don't remember eating a jaguar heart at all.
Some of my introductions may be non-canonical. Monty, who are you playing?
I'm playing Melik, a tiefling sorcerer.
Next up, this player might be 5 wombats in a trench coat operating in perfect synchronicity as part of a plan for world domination. They might not. Please welcome Erica Ensai.
I might. I also might not. It's true. I am playing Flessa, a very short, very stabby, very simple human rogue. And our pronouns are she, her.
Thank you, Erica. Next up, the greatest athlete of our generation, and also secretly a robot. This player loves all baseball teams equally. Jason Snell, welcome back to the podcast.
Beep boop. 1001101.
Oh, that's filthy.
Jason, who are you
I
playing?
am playing Peter Dragonforge, whose name is lent to this this campaign mostly because his parents have a basement that allows all the adventurers to hang out and eat sandwiches between adventures. He's a paladin, a young lover of Bahamut, who is only now, after having spent some time inside the stomach of a monster, wondering what he's doing with his life.
Next up, a being of pure energy who's also pretty good at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This player once broke the moon and spent over a week fixing it. Georgia Dow, welcome back.
I don't know if that's true either. I'm playing Acrid Belisar. She is a dragonborn fighter, and she is mourning her loss of her loved chicken Lulu.
Wait, I thought it was Josephine.
I think that her name might have been changed a few times.
Okay.
The
It might
records
be-
are unclear.
She did. She don't
yeah,
care.
We're not
Normal
sure.
for
We're not
chickens,
sure.
that's normal.
Yeah, it might be your second name. We're not really sure. We're not really sure. I don't even know if I'm still carrying around her corpse. I think that I am. You know, she has attachment issues.
Okay. This player once built a computer from leaves and matchsticks on a dare. That computer still secretly runs the US government to this day. Welcome, Sarah Barber. Hi, Sarah.
Why, hello. I am Sarah Barber. I don't remember doing that either, but it sounds fun.
Sounds like something you would have done.
We're very
Sarah,
amnesiac.
Who are you playing today?
I am playing Rizwin, a dwarven cleric who tries to keep people alive. For the most part, except the bad guys. I try to kill them.
And so far, successful. No one's died in quite a while. So, next up, a feared outlaw who knows no rules, only vengeance. The acclaimed world's deadliest assassin, California's very own Steve Lutz.
World's dadliest assassin is on my coffee mug. It's
You
so
are a
strange
dad.
that you
I
knew
like it.
that. I am Steve Lutz, and I am playing Alestrin Quiverbottom. And don't let anybody tell you that that name has ceased to be funny, because it's a filthy lie. I'm a wood elf. I'm a ranger. I shoots things, and that's what I does.
Last, but certainly not least, our special guest star. He loves books, and this is some book endings because he was here when we started this infernal adventure back in 2014. He has returned to us in 2021 to take things home. Please welcome special guest star Dan Morin.
Wait, if we take things home, can I go home, Tony?
You are
I've been
already
here
in your
I've
home.
been stuck in this closet for 7 years.
You're in your home now. I can see on video.
No, that is clearly not my.
Oh.
Curtain gives it away.
Mm. Dan, who are you playing?
I am playing the wonderful, brave. There is no substitute for Rutherford Ermbrusk, who has been sort of rescued by these delightful adventurers, but still has work to do.
This is where I cautiously cast my eyes around the Zoom room and check that I actually introduced everyone. There's so many of you. I think I got everyone. Okay. Sarah gave me the okay sign. All right, let us remind ourselves what you're doing. You are in a secret, kind of locked away section of Undermountain. You pieced together all the clues from Rutherford Ermbrusk's old adventuring party and found your way to Rutherford Ermbrusk himself. But Rutherford insists that his father, long lost before even he, is here somewhere and has been sending messages to him. So you have continued to explore Undermountain. You have traveled through a strange separate wing of the dungeon here. You've avoided some spider-filled ruins. You did not trifle at all with a tomb to a champion of Bane. And several of our adventurers have pushed through a cloud of purple haze into a kind of discarded office or ramshackle library here. So Melik, Flessa, Rutherford, and Peter are on one side of the purple cloud of smoke that robs you of your voice as you speak near its presence. Alestra, Rizwin, and Acrid are on the other side of the cloud of smoke, still in the Tomb of Bane area. I am not sure what's going to happen next.
That's a problem because you technically are running this game, Tony.
No, this is a story we tell together.
Is it?
I will note that last time, it has been, I think, several months since we played, but people did have some ideas at the end of the last session. I've reminded them what their ideas are. That's how courteous I am as a dungeon master. It's up to you now here in October if you still like your ideas from several months ago. Perhaps you've been thinking about this every day since then and have some new ideas. Yes, so literally the party is completely split, 3 on one side, 4 on the other. 4 of you, I believe, have all lost the ability to speak, but have done things with hand gestures because it's a podcast. You have described those gestures. The other 3 of you, I think, are aware of somewhat of the situation because Melik came back and attempted to communicate with you and couldn't. So Alestrin,
think it's
Rizwin, Akrid.
Just Melik and Rutherford who have lost the ability. I don't think Peter or Flessa got.
Okay,
Yeah.
they stepped through. They may not, and I guess perhaps
They haven't
not
spoken
character
yet.
knowledge, player knowledge. As soon as you try to speak, you will lose the ability to speak. So
And I think we have a general idea about that too, because Melik did come through and make some crazy hand gestures and indicate something about not doing something near the purple haze. So
you're not in combat, so unless you want to roll initiative and move in initiative order, I think you are free to do whatever you want. There are many of you, so at some point initiative order may be useful for managing an adventure with, oh gosh, are there actually 7 of you? Should kill off 3 of you right now. So
well, 3 in that other room, so
or 4, whatever.
Lacking anything else to do, I think Peter will scan the room here and see what's going on over here and try to get some sense of what this room is and what's here and whether this takes us any further into finding Rutherford's dad.
So you have just pushed through the purple smoke. You are seeing this room for the first time. This room has some tables, a few chairs, a couple of large bookcases. The bookcases are mostly empty because the contents of them has basically looks like just kind of been knocked all over the floor. So there are kind of papers and scrolls and books all over the floor. Looks like the place has just been ransacked. But yeah, it looks like this must have been some kind of sealed off library office space.
A library where you can't talk.
I think. That makes sense.
But Rizwin would love that place.
Flessa's not going to try to talk, but she is going to try, just start, as you'd expect, look for anything shiny. So just sort of not even not picking through the books, but sort of shuffling and kicking through the books, like she's annoyed. That
give me a quick perception check there, Flessa.
Sure, perception.
Peter's going to try to pick some of those books up before she can kick them and put them back up on the shelves.
14.
All right. As you are picking through, you're kind of kicking the books around, and Peter is reshelving some books. You do find a lot of it is either of questionable value or the value has deteriorated from exposure to the elements. That you do find a couple books that look like they might have some resale value. So let's just say that between the two of you, you find 50 gold pieces worth of arcane.
I have some questions. I have some questions here, Tony. First off, you're talking about the value of books. Is it from Flessa's perspective because books have no value to Flessa? Is it from except in how they can be resold? Or is it the value of knowledge? Like, does Peter look at the knowledge in these books? Because knowledge has value even if it's not monetary.
Can't put a price tag on that.
The value of knowledge is limitless. You are judging these literally based on the quality of the binding and the cover. And so you find a few that are like fancy leather with embossed gold.
What
are they about? Please describe one of these books in something besides the price tag.
The titles are embossed, you say, Tony. What are those titles?
Oh, what are those titles?
Name 5.
5 titles.
Yeah. You say you like books? Name 5.
The first one you figure out, I am actually surprisingly well prepared for this, is Mavsfrost's Mighty Digressions. How do you like that? 1. Okay.
I see what you did here.
Yeah. The next is unlabeled. It's just kind of a black book.
Nice.
Well, it's a black book.
That's a weird name for a book.
It's distinctive, though. It does not have a label on it, but it is a black book, kind of skinny, and it's got all kinds of scratches. It literally looks like some kind of bird has been at it, and a feather has been tucked into it as a bookmark. The next one is clearly that it just calls to you for street value, very fancy embossed. It is, and the title is kind of eye-catching, The Joy of Extra Dimensional Spaces.
3.
This is easy. One of them is called it's made out of crystal, which is very unusual for a book. And the label is The Canopic Being.
Don't open that one.
That sounds like it's worth more than 50 gold pieces.
And then there's a kind of, it looks like kind of a ragtag paperback. It looks like it's been, the kind that you would leave in an airport lounge. Oh, sorry, Dungeons and Dragons, Griffinport Lounge. It is The Curious Tale of Wisteria Vale. It looks like it's a book of fiction. These are all references to books that you can check out from Candlekeep Mysteries, another adventure that is extremely book-based that I've been running. So there's like 17 books in that. Technically, there's more than 17 named books in that. There's 17 books that cause problems and create adventures. The whole thing takes place in the library.
The
Tony-
Candlekeep library people would be very interested to know that 5 of their
Yeah.
books have somehow made their way to under.
Or there are
Well,
copies.
they're copies. Yeah.
Tony, Rutherford, undaunted, is going to start striding around the room looking to see if there's any other way out of here.
All right. Do you want to give me some kind of perception-y, searchy kind of check there,
Sure.
Rutherford?
Rutherford stats.
I'm going to check in
are
with the people on the other
great.
side of the smoke in a second because you have not really gotten to do anything.
That's a 15.
All right. Rutherford, you are poking around, and I will tell you that you feel like drawn to the west wall of this chamber, and like the wall feels like warm to the touch.
That's a good
Let's-
sign.
Comforting.
Let's check in with the folks on the other side of the smoke. So Alestrin, Acrid, and Rizwin, you are still in this is like kind of a I don't know the exact words I used for it last time, but some kind of tomb of Bane. So there's this giant hexagonal steel coffin in the middle of it, which seems to suggest that there is a champion of Bane entombed here. There's some spooky statues. There's some weird kind of fire pits. So there are a bunch of discarded, rusty, bloodstained daggers. Yeah. And as a reminder, just before people start doing their Bane impressions, in the Dungeons and Dragons world, Bane is the god of fear, hatred, and tyranny. That's right, tyranny gets a god. So yeah.
So basically the
And-
character Bane.
There are gods of everything here.
Yeah, they're gods of everything.
How would that sound if Bane were to speak?
Mm.
I enjoy tyranny.
There it is.
The true tyranny is your sad lives that I will now free you of, Batman.
Anyway,
Thank you.
You never gets old.
Yes, yes,
does it?
No.
Dumbledore's.
Doesn't get old. It
so-
starts old.
And I will remind you, Alestrin, I think you went at some point and closed the doors to the north because there is basically a spider nest to the north, and some people started doing spells that were going to make some noises.
Yes,
it's
and
just you
Alestrin is
in a
staring
quiet
nervously
tomb of
down
Bane.
the hallway towards that room currently. In the back. as
No,
usual.
no signs of spiders approaching from the north.
Good.
It's just you in the tomb.
Good.
Acrid,
No.
Rizwin, how you doing?
Melik came back out and like made some like motions
Mhm.
to his voice, right? Okay.
Yep,
Hmm.
but did try to speak and was unable, I believe.
Right. I think I'm trying to remember what I was trying to ascertain with augury.
Mm.
And I think it might have been something like, is it safe to go through this cloud of smoke?
Mhm.
But now I'm wondering if a better question might not be, will we find Rutherford's father through this smoke?
You'll have to remind me if that's a question for me. You'll have to remind me how augury works / what I'm supposed to tell you.
Yeah, that's totally true. I
Tell her the
am.
answer. I'm sure that's how it works. I'm
Yeah,
sure
Is that how it
just tell
works?
me. Yeah, no, totally. So I mean, it's a second level spell, so I don't think it's that awesome. But the
it's 2 levels. Awesome.
Don't undersell your spell before you even
It's
cast
true.
it.
It's true.
It tells you everything. That's really
Twice
what
as
she's
awesome
trying
as
to
a
say.
first
Yeah.
level spell.
Yeah, I wish I could like somehow spam this to the Roll20 thing, but I can't find a way to do that. So I'm just going to put that in there. Apparently, I can make some wavy hand motions with something
Mhm.
that I have, and then I get possibly good results, bad results, both good and bad results, or nothing.
Yeah,
So
it takes 10 minutes, and it's about something that will happen in the next half hour.
So do you
yeah.
ask a question, or does it tell you like
You asked
are
about
good?
a specific course of action.
Oh,
and the
okay.
spell tells you, is it going to turn out good, bad, a little of both, or meh?
Yeah.
So what course of action are you asking the spell about?
I think it was probably going to be walking through this smoke. Like,
I think that the and do you have a specific thing that you wave around? It looks like augury can be all manner of different things, be it cards or dice or bones or.
I think I will
I'm
have
just curious.
like opening a book and randomly picking like words. And things
Oh,
like
got
that.
it. Oh, that's
Because,
cool.
you know,
Okay, so you.
Ogma is my
Grand.
patron, so
Take a look.
All right.
It's in a book.
So the randomly chosen words from the book, and it's like I think it's probably maybe the first letter of each word spells out wheel and woe, suggesting both good and bad results were you to pass through the purple smoke.
Basically, it's your typical horoscope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you know, it's a magic 8-ball. It's like try again later. You know.
yeah, this spell, first time I've used it, I don't know if I'm going to use it again.
Mhm.
1-star experience.
Yeah, literally every answer to that spell is, well, kind of depends. Like, what do you really think good is?
Yeah.
I mean, I think there are other places where it would have just been like, yeah, whoa, don't do that.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Whoa.
Whoa. Well, that takes me 10 minutes.
Well, you're
Okay.
That gives us plenty of time to look around the other room.
Acrid, do you
Found
want to
some
be doing
books.
anything as Alestrin is nervously looking down a spider hallway and Rizwin is doing something with some kind of book magic?
I'll start peeking around the sarcophagus.
All right. It seems sealed pretty tight. Does not look like it's in any danger of bursting open. You know, there it is. Well, I think we had a discussion last time of that somebody may have sensed some kind of evil or whatnot
Peter did.
in it, and there was a discussion of, well, you know, if that, like, obviously you know, Bahamut is and Bane are not, they do not have a successful working relationship, but this champion of Bane has been laid to rest, so like, what's the what's the moral obligation here? Like, if there's a champion of Bane walking around, it would probably be your obligation to deal with him. But you know, this thing is sealed in a hexagonal metal coffin with a horrific depiction of a fierce warrior in heavy armor on the cover of it. So yeah, a lot of work went into this coffin.
I'm just gonna search
And one
around
body.
it to see. I'm not gonna touch anything or press anything.
Okay,
I'm just
search
gonna
with your
search
eyes.
Search with
around
her
with the-
mind.
Yes, with just gonna look around.
Okay. I'm going to say that you feel like there's nothing too exciting hidden around the coffin, but you feel like if you wanted to, you would now know how to open that coffin. It's got 6 little, like in each of the like hexagonal
Whoa,
corners,
whoa.
it's got like a metal latch
Oh,
that you would
whoa.
like flip open, and so you would know. It's almost, it's like vacuum sealed in there, but you would totally know how to open this if you needed to.
Okay, fair. Which would be
Mhm.
just pry it open.
Yeah, you feel like you could do it in a way that would be, you know, no damage to the coffin. Yeah.
Respectful.
Yeah, respectful.
Okay.
Real classy.
Okay. I ask. Yeah, I'll ask Josephine Lulu what I should do, if I should open it or not. But she's not answering yet.
Yeah. Answer's unclear. All right.
It's
Well, let's hop
it's
back.
as good as augury.
Yeah. Well,
I was gonna say
there
wheel.
are several forms of augury involving chickens.
And their
Right?
entrails, as I recall.
hard- yeah, they're hard to
There's
remember.
entrails. There's an augury thing where like a little, I guess it's not a chicken, but like a little budgie like picks cards out of a box. I believe there's someone somewhere in Asia that uses that as a fortune telling device. There was some famous Roman battle, or maybe it was Greek. I'm forgetting my Latin classes and Greek classes correctly, where there was somebody like was trying to predict the future of a battle, and the chickens told him that they were going to lose, and so the guy murdered all the chickens, and then, well, also he lost. So now you lost a battle and you're a chicken murderer. So the important thing is that I don't remember enough of the details to flesh out that story. Back on the other side of purple smoke.
Tony, when that happens, just make stuff up.
Oh,
You're a DM. You're a
well, I mean,
storyteller.
I felt bad. That was his. Oh, well, but I should have changed it to not be about, things that may have actually happened.
This was a long time
Oh.
ago in Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Waterdeep?
So
Yeah.
so there's just these shells and the stuff on the ground. Rutherford has gone over there. I'm gonna follow behind Rutherford and see what he's doing, because we can't talk, and I'm trying to see what
you doing, guys?
what's
Oh, I
going
can't
on over
talk.
there.
What is what you get out, and then the purple diamond tap.
Well,
smoke
yeah,
fills
like I
your-
tap him on the shoulder
Yeah.
and I do a hand gesture where I'm like, what's going on over here? What's
Rutherford just puts his face up against the wall and is like,
okay? I touch the wall.
The wall feels warm, which is unusual for dungeon wall.
I want to look
usually
at it
cold.
and see if there's I don't know, latches or any kind of secret door type mechanism.
All right.
Not necessarily
What do you
right
think this
there,
is? A
but like
sarcophagus?
around. Yeah. Real classy. Is that perception? 'Cause that
Yeah.
would be an 18.
All right. Flessa, you are searching around and you find like a hidden lever in the corner of the room that you suspect opens some kind of panel along
All right.
here.
I'm gonna go back to where Melik is, tug on his sleeve, and like point and show Melik the lever, and put my hands up like, should I do something with this?
I smile, put my thumbs up, point to the lever, and kind of
Oh man.
All right.
All right.
This is good because Rutherford still got his face against the wall.
Yeah.
Fun. If I can reach Rutherford from where I am, I will tap him with my toe, but I'm very short, so maybe I can't. I'm gonna pull the lever.
Hold
All right,
on,
brother.
Peter, seeing this, throws up his hands, pulls on Flessa's sleeve, gives her the like little wait symbol. Wait.
Both of her hands up.
And Peter runs through the smoke to the other side. taps on the wall or the floor or the door or something to make a noise, and waves at the three people who are in the other room and says, waves like, come on with his hands, like,
This way.
come on through.
What?
We got to go this way.
Pretty sure
What
I'm
are
in
you
the middle of the
saying?
ritual.
Alec has
What?
his arms crossed and is tapping his foot like Sonic the Hedgehog.
and then Peter goes back through. He doesn't
My
wait
nose
to
is
see
gonna
them
book.
coming.
Mhm.
All right. As soon as I see Peter come back through, is Peter sort of nodding or
Finger up.
Still holding up a finger? Okay.
Mm.
Hold on.
Waiting
Flessa
for us to come
crosses her
through.
arms and starts tapping her foot like Sonic the Hedgehog, just like Melik.
Sonic the Hedgehog, of course, an important demigod in the pantheon of Dungeons and Dragons. Is an important
Sonic the
druid.
Hedge God? Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
well, it's an important kind of druidic figure, I think. A nature spirit that also serves as a god of speed.
Now you're making things up, Tony. Good job.
All of this is based on true events that happened to me. Acrid, Alestrid, and Rizwin. I think you were placed in an ethical dilemma of, do you want to pass through a cloud of purple smoke and follow Peter Dragon?
Do I?
You don't have
Have
to.
I finished my ritual?
Yeah, we'll say you finish your ritual.
All right.
You've been promised both
Yeah, it
woe
probably-
and wheel.
It probably took us a good 10 minutes to find all 5 of those books and pull
Yeah.
it out from the shelves.
Yeah, you
or the
wouldn't
floor.
make me name more books.
Okay. Well,
Alestrid's on
gonna-
his way through.
I'm going to hold my breath and run through.
All right. Alestrin's through, Rizwin's through, Acrid.
I'm trying to see if I can move my guy, and I still can't.
Did I do something?
I don't know. It was me last time, but I'm on Chrome this time.
Looks like you have multiple Roll20 accounts. Try now.
Oh, that'll do it. Yep, I got it.
Okay.
Woo.
I don't think I had it configured for the account you're using. All right.
There we go. Okay.
Rizwin, Acrid, and Alestrin, as you pass through, you don't feel bad. As soon as you try and say a word, smoke will swirl down your throat and rob you of speech.
Even though I held my breath?
Well, as soon as you talk. So, all right, Flessa, how you doing?
I'm pulling a lever. That's what
You're
I'm
pulling
doing.
a lever.
Yes.
Just before, hold on, I got a little
Come on,
continuity thing
Jason.
here.
Let her pull the lever already.
Just before she pulls the lever, Peter
Lever
picks up a
blunter.
book and shows it to everybody and goes, now, does he open it? And do they have an adventure inside a book from the Candlekeep Mysteries?
Who
knows?
Stop trying to make a spinoff.
Who knows? But we'll find out later or never.
Yeah.
And then the lever is pulled.
Do
and
you
we
want a
move on.
Scrivener's Curse? This is how you get a Scrivener's Curse.
Flessa's like Ringo
they're not
Starr
great.
because
I'm
she's
just-
a born lever puller.
I'm just trying to leave some space
Okay.
in the continuity in case turns out we did open one of these books
Okay.
when we were all here.
All right,
That's
we'll
all.
edit that adventure in here. And you
Nope.
all pop out of the book.
Coming 2028.
Yay! That
All
story
right.
will be told in the future. Or not.
But
Or
the
not.
story we're telling right now,
Involves a
Pull
lever.
Whew, that was a huge
I
adventure.
forgot we were telling a story right now.
There is the satisfying sound of stone grinding on stone as the wall shifts away, revealing a secret compartment beyond. This is a substantial compartment. It's almost a small room. Inside the compartment there's like a field of, I mean, I don't know if you wouldn't be familiar with electricity. Let's just call it energy. Crackling red energy kind of coursing. Sparkle energy coursing back and forth from the north wall of this compartment to the south wall. Several creatures have been placed in the energy field. They seem to possibly be in some kind of stasis. Suspended in the field are 2 orcs, a zombie, and a middle-aged man with graying beard and thinning hair. His expensive-looking armor has a crest of a dagger stabbing into a fanged mouth. Rutherford, you would immediately, well, at least somewhat immediately, recognize this man as Corin Umbrusk, your father, who you have not seen in at least a decade.
His name is Corn?
Corin. He looks a little worse for wear.
Rizwin tries to say, "This seems like the woe that I was promised," but then fails to say it.
Mm-hmm. This.
Rutherford will probably start, looks, excited and starts walking forward, kind of heedless of the danger that's there.
I'm not going to stop him.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
What happens with the sparkle energy?
Is Corin Umbrusk the guy on the far right of this new secret chamber?
In purple?
The north. Yeah. The one that looks the most human.
I mean, he's heading over towards him. And if he were, able to speak, he would be like, "Dad."
I love that he went to the wrong guy first. He wasn't really sure which one was his dad.
It's been a little while since I've seen him.
This orc isn't my dad. Oh, it's that
Was
guy.
he a zombie?
Right,
Wait a
right.
minute. He might have been a zombie.
It's been a while.
Does somebody want to grab him before he walks himself to his death and costs us money?
No one cares. Y'all came this far to rescue him.
I'll
He ran
pull
into
him.
energy. It wasn't on us.
I'll pull him back slightly. I'll pull him back in front of me.
Rutherford,
so I'll be
you get a kind of a tingling zap as as your arm even kind of reaches toward the field that feels, not great. So it does seem like these creatures are suspended in some kind of field of energy, possibly that is preserving them, possibly that it seems to be keeping them trapped there. It's unclear. They all basically look as if they are asleep or dead, standing up, so that none of the creatures in the energy field seem aware of your presence.
I pull out some rope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there? I was investigating the panel with the lever and stuff. Are there any other handles or buttons or any kind of mechanisms around in this area?
Looking for a main breaker here, Tony.
Yeah. There does not seem to be any kind of fuse box. There is just a kind of a lever that opened this panel.
All right.
It's also
Plus is just going to stare at the sparkle energy. Ooh.
Yeah, it does. I will suggest that possibly it does seem more magic than mechanical in terms of the energy field in there.
Mm-hmm.
Lestrin would like to perceive around towards the back of the room here where he's standing as usual, just to see if there's any kind of obviously magical books that might have some information about this or anything. And that is, alas, a 7. So
it does seem like the books are on a variety of magical topics, but they're also kind of in pretty bad condition. So it seems like this may have been not just an office, but some kind of maybe experimental place for some kind of wizard, and that a variety of things are here. There is some, in it, there's a magic field with several creatures in it. There's also the idea that this cloud of purple smoke may have been some kind of trap that misfired and is just hanging there omnipresent now. So other thoughts, ideas, how, Corin Umbrusk is an arm's reach away from you, but in a red crackling energy field. Also, 2 orcs and a zombie if you want to rescue some extra people.
I make a
some
lasso
spares
out
to bring back with you.
I make a lasso out of the rope that I pulled out.
here he is,
Okay.
Warren Armbrusk.
Job done.
And co.
That's not him. Well, how about this one? Here he is, Warren
You didn't
Armbrusk.
ask. You didn't ask about Corin Umbros Adventuring Party. Did I mention they had a favorite zombie? Now, Rizwin, you're an experienced rope person, so you fashion a lasso. Let me just ask: when you were shopping for rope back at level 1, did you just buy hempen rope, or did you spring for that good silver inlay energy conductive rope?
Oh no, just the regular
You-
hempen rope.
Discount rope, classic rope.
Yeah.
All right, you've got a nice lasso. Do you want to make some kind of maybe a dexterity check to lasso a Corin Umbrusk?
Yeah, I would like to lasso Corin Umbrusk.
All right, give me some kind
Let
of dexterity check.
Dexterity check. How do I roll this in here? I'm gonna do terribly.
Might not be great to pull him through the energy wall. And maybe
He's in the energy wall, to be clear.
Oh, he's
he's not
in it.
behind
Yeah.
it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
it's not
yeah,
like
he's in it.
it's not
he's
like a
in it.
thin
Now, does-
wall. It's like a tank full of this energy. That's
Yeah,
Does he
more or
look
less.
frozen? Is he aware of us? Is he,
He looks
kind
frozen or in stasis. He does not
Oh,
look very
that-
his eyes
I
are
was-
unblinking.
Oh, that's
was a-
that's not good
that
for
was
his
a
eyes.
save.
That's not
So I
good for
did
his
a
eyes.
dex save and a dex check. You can take
Yeah.
which one I was supposed to roll.
I don't see them, so tell me
16.
what you did. 16? 16.
16.
All right, 16 is plenty for this one. You get the lasso firmly around Corin Umbro's shoulder. And let's be clear, you're not in combat here. You could have taken 2 or 3 tries. It's just your friends who also have been robbed of the ability to heckle you. So, there's very
Well, we've
very little on
literally
the
been
line
robbed
here.
of the
That's-
ability to heckle anybody,
Yep.
except visually.
Finally. Why didn't I do this ages ago? So you securely lasso Corin Umbrusk. I'm assuming you want to tug him out of the energy field.
I was gonna like look at other people and be like, make motions
mean,
to like
it's-
pull.
It's
Oh,
a field
Rutherford,
that he's
Rutherford will
entirely
quickly help.
he's entirely enveloped by. It's not like there's a wall of energy that you'd be pulling him through, right? It's like
No.
he's already in.
No,
the
you're pulling him
energy.
out of the field.
Yeah.
Out of
You're
the
pulling him out of a wall.
if
Yeah.
you
Out of the
can.
pool.
Okay.
Do your best.
We pull him
You
out.
pull. There's a little bit of resistance at first, and then it's almost like the energy field like releases him, and he tumbles onto the ground like a sack of potatoes, collapsing into a pile of old parchments that's there that have been kicked off of a bookshelf.
If we haven't,
Check his
if you haven't
vitals.
heard that,
Seems to
if you've heard that sound once, you've heard it a million times.
Yeah. I'm not allowed in libraries anymore.
Well, with potatoes.
I'm doing Foley work, people. Leave me alone. Somebody said they checked his vitals.
I checked his vitals.
Yeah.
I would like to check his
He
vitals.
is unconscious, but breathing, and he's got a heartbeat. And I don't know any more about vitals. But he's alive.
Did you do a CBC Chem 7?
I'm just gonna do I'm gonna do a lay on hands and grant him a hit point.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rutherford's gonna kneel by him and be like, grab his shoulder and trying to again, just like mouthing the word "dad." but
His
not with all
eyes
of-
flick open, and you hear him say, "Son," and the purple smoke swirls down his throat.
Wait, he
looks
didn't go through
confused.
it. Does it matter if he's gone through it?
It's in the
Just the
room.
room.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nobody's got to dispel magic or something, do they?
Does dispel magic require a vocal component?
That
Why would
be
I want to make it so you
ironic.
could talk?
Yeah, Flessa has no spell. It's kind
You're
of
no
refreshing to be
spellcaster.
playing a character. With no
What if
spells for a
Alestrin
change.
secretly has one spell that he's been saving for today?
The famously
One-
taciturn Olestrin is just
Yeah.
quietly observing.
I
Does
have,
One.
I have removed curse, but
Does
it
it-
also requires verbal.
I search around. Does it look like it was like a triggered spell from standing on something? Like maybe if we move him out of this area, like we pick him up and
Give me
bring
a
him
quick
somewhere else?
perception check, Akrid.
1. That could be really good or really bad.
It's very unclear what's going on.
So he's
I'm
conscious
just
now.
staring like this. I'm
Yes,
just going around.
he's conscious. He, in fact, he seems to be trying to talk to all of you. His mouth is just moving.
Can I find a piece of?
I will
parchment or
nod
something?
along like I hear him.
Oh yeah, there's parchment everywhere. Rather.
What about like a pen?
Yeah, we'll say that you either find a pen or have a pen. Yeah.
Okay, I
I'm not
will.
gonna
I
slow this
will.
down.
I will get
Certainly
those
Rizwan
and
does.
write "Are you okay?" on it and show it to him and hand it over to him.
He nods slowly.
Okay. Do you know why we can't talk?
He shakes his head no.
Point
Some
to
good
the
you
It's
orcs
common
and
between fathers and sons. It's not really that unusual.
Yeah.
I would like to point to the orcs and zombies and make a "what's with them" shape expression. Like,
He shrugs.
Like they with you?
And
Is
have
that
we
your
seen
posse?
Tony? Have we seen any change in the rest of the energy field, or does it seem just as sort of static as it was before?
Just a static.
Is there anything beyond that? So it's just like a compartment. Like, is there anything
Yeah.
beyond that, or
No, seems like these creatures were kind of stored there.
yet somebody put them there? It doesn't look like they stumbled in.
No, does look like somebody put them there.
That's weird and creepy.
Brisbane goes over to the lever that Erica
Flessa
holds,
pulled?
and
Yep.
yeah, Flessa, thank you. And looks at everybody else and is like pushes it back to its original position.
The compartment slides closed.
Oh yeah.
That's good
Peter,
animation.
Peter points at the smoky door and is like, "Let's get out of here."
All right.
Big thumb back out of here.
Quarren Umbris takes out of his pocket. He's got it looks like a sending stone, and it's kind of like it's like it's been burnt or something, and it seems to kind of occasionally flicker and crackle with the same similar kind of red energy of the stasis field. And he kind of like puts it down slowly on the floor next to him, like he doesn't want to carry it anymore.
Is it shiny or sparkly?
I mean, it's a stone with a couple runes on it.
Eh.
And it is crackling with red energy intermittently.
And presumably it
read
puts
the
you in a
runes?
stasis field, so maybe don't grab it.
Yeah.
what?
Mm.
Why not?
Yeah,
And
maybe-
explain
grab
through
it.
gestures.
We could just pull you out.
Can I read the runes?
Sure. I mean, it is, you probably would be familiar, Rizwin, with the idea of a sending stone. A sending stone is, it's the D&D version of a walkie-talkie. It is a stone that has been enchanted. It's usually like a nice, pleasing, smooth stone. And it allows one to communicate with somebody else who has a sending stone. Rutherford, it occurs to you that you have a sending stone just like that one that you had basically kind of been that you think was how your dad was communicating with you in your dreams.
Oh, Rutherford pats his pockets until he finds the
Yep.
sending stone. Is it also sparkling with weird energy?
It is not, but you have not been trapped in a stasis field of magical energy for several years, whereas he and that sending stone were.
Okay, he points at it and points at his dad and then points to the other sending stone and like makes a motion like, were you talking to me or something?
He hugs you.
Oh, Rutherford
Aw,
hugs
that's
him
a
back,
sweet
and a little
moment.
tear
I don't
beads
like
in
it.
his eyes.
I think it might occur
This
to
seems
someone
suspicious.
that I mean, probably this was not covered in magic school, but it seems like by possessing a sending stone and being in that magical field, Cornumbrus was able to somehow communicate with Rutherford via sending stone to sending stone, but it did not quite work as intended. In part, Cornumbrus seemed to be in stasis. In part, he was trapped in a magical field. So Rutherford, you seem to be getting only kind of fragments of kind of psychic ripples that would come to you in your sleep. And when you would tell other people about that, they were real disinterested in talking to you.
Also, then
But you
I was
did-
paralyzed in a field on a different throne.
Yeah.
So, like father, like son, I guess.
Yep.
The
So,
apple
you
does
know,
not
family.
fall far from the tree.
Yep. I mean, the Umbris family is basically, technically, by being alive, the Umbris family is full of heirs that basically disappear in tragic circumstances because you are all full of wanderlust
Yeah, actually,
and
the
obsessed
lady
with going for adventure.
the lady who hired us, is she going to be upset because not only are we bringing back her nephew, but we're actually bringing back the proper leader of the family? And she's
There are
going to be-
there are financial implications for Lady Umbris. So
Okay.
yep.
Brisbane
It is unclear if returning if finding proof of Rutherford Umbris' demise was going to clear up some complicated estate issues, or if she was legitimately concerned about his well-being. So
So we're going to have a complicated relationship with this family going forward one way or the
yeah.
other.
Could be fun.
So you found Corn Umbris, you found Rutherford Umbris. None of you currently has the ability to speak. I think there might be the question.
trade.
Can you...
I could. I haven't said anything.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Could you-
going to.
All right.
It seems to have made no difference to my character. Just saying.
Yeah.
I have a question, Tony.
Yes.
The spell thaumaturgy, which normally
Mhm.
requires a verbal component, has as one of its powers, your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute.
3 times
Okay.
0 equals.
Loud as normal.
Oh,
Mhm.
Normal.
interesting.
This is a magical effect, not my voice. I'm not going to do it right now, but I might eventually. So think about it. What's
But
going
do
to
you
happen?
have to
All
speak
the
to cast
conversations
it?
are going to happen in 3 times louder now.
No,
Uh,
Melik
Mel-
can cast without.
Yeah. Melik has a way to cast without speaking it.
Ah.
Most people, the answer would be they need to speak, especially thaumaturgy is a vocal component, but Melik has figured out.
Special.
And Melik, you have thaumaturgy, even though it's a cleric spell?
Yes,
Wow. Spooky.
because
Did you
of my
kill it?
infernal legacy, you see, because of my tiefling
Tiefling.
nature, I believe.
Hmm. Let's
Ooh.
delve
Oh,
into
so
that.
clerics were like, you're related
Fancy.
to demons. Here, have one of our spells for free.
I think
Nope.
it was the demons that were like, "Here, you get this spell."
Infernal
Okay.
legacy, a tiefling trait. You know the thaumaturgy cantrip.
All right.
You
Can't
can
argue
also
with
cast
that.
hellish rebuke once per long rest.
And
And
darkness.
since I'm 5th level, I can cast darkness.
This has been Monty reads his character sheet.
Tell me more about Tiefling.
Peter
Bonnie.
Peter gestures toward the door again.
Okay. Rutherford will take his father by his arm and follow Peter because Peter
right.
seems like he knows what he's doing.
Rutherford is, or sorry, Corin Umbrust is pretty emaciated and weakened. So he is, we're just going to say he is a non-combatant with a single hit point. Can
Can I give him a sandwich?
Do you
Anybody have
carry
good
sandwiches
berries?
on you?
You
I think-
guys ate all my good
Yeah.
berries.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll give
I
him
cast-
a
I
coupon
cast
for a
Goodberry
sandwich.
to make more, but
I
it's gonna-
pack some sandwiches with me wherever I go
Okay,
from
that's good. I was
Smurgle's
gonna say-
sandwich shop.
yep.
and the coupon
Yeah.
as
Free
well.
team.
They totally last for 5 days underground.
In fact, I'm
That's their
disappointed
selling
that,
point.
that Rizwin closed the door because I was going to experiment with putting a sandwich in the stasis field
Okay.
to see that if it stayed good and you could get it out later, because then we will have invented
I
the
will say,
magic refrigerator.
Rutherford, you do have a sandwich in your belongings. You know, as far as you know, you've only been on this adventure for like a week, and yet the sandwich seems like it has aged months. It is not in good condition.
Ooh,
Okay,
spooky.
maybe not that sandwich.
Well, it's you did sit on a haunted throne. So.
Peter
That
pulls out one
sandwich
of his
was
little paper
not
wrap
for
sandwiches with the SSS
Yeah.
on it and gives it to the
Yeah.
dad.
Okay.
Marvel's
Melissa says
sandwich
street
shop.
team, but you can't actually hear.
Uh,
it.
yeah.
It could be S apostrophe SSS.
It's there's a style
Peter?
in there.
It's more D&D ish.
Peter, what type of sandwich was it? Name
It
5
was
sandwiches, jerks.
It was the Peter Dragonforge
Oh.
because they named the sandwiches at the sandwich shop after us.
Oh wow. Okay. I want everybody
Of
take a moment,
course.
figure out what the sandwich named after you is.
The Peter Dragonforge is ham,
Mm-hmm.
Baloney.
That's it.
bologna,
Yeah.
cheese.
Like an American cheese, or as they call it, water deep cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
and
do not eat water deep cheese. That sounds so much worse than
And-
American cheese.
and what they call the Bahamut pepper.
Mm.
It's just a regular pepper.
Okay. Anyone else got the?
Flessa's is just it's a grilled cheese sandwich.
Just a grilled cheese sandwich. Like it.
Yep.
Okay.
With lots of
Anyone else
cheese.
got? Anyone else got their sandwich ready? Their canonical
Mine would
sandwich.
definitely be chicken, which would be sad and ironic.
Yep. Okay. So like a barbecue chicken. Yep.
Well, Lestrin has
nice.
spiders in it for some reason. It's really kind
Ah, like gummy spiders.
It's
No,
a real,
like
it's
real
a real hit
spiders.
with the
of live
Mm.
ones.
Yeah,
Some
the
bugbear.
kobolds
He eats
actually
weird
love
stuff.
it.
Yeah, the kobolds love it.
It's like a spider pesto. They smash
Yeah.
the spiders into a sauce.
I can just see the kobolds coming up to the guy. Extra legs, please.
Speaking of
Little
spiders,
eyeballs on
Crunchy
top.
that
They're
way.
like,
Rutherford-
fish eggs. There we
So Rutherford
go.
Spiders,
doesn't have one yet,
Lestrin-
but he's been lobbying for a hero.
Mm.
Rutherford is unaware of the existence of the sandwich shop. I just want to be
Mhm.
clear here. He was in
Yeah.
a field the entire
That's-
time, on a throne.
He's been with us for 10 minutes and we haven't sold him on this amazing sandwich shop yet.
Well, he's sold now. Now that
No,
he
'cause
sees
you
his
Yeah,
dad
no,
enjoying
I
a
Can't talk to him,
sandwich.
just-
I want to go.
Peter's
He's thinking
waving a
about what his
sandwich
sandwich
in his
is.
All right.
All right, so
you have-
Lestrin taps Peter on the shoulder as we are north of the haze here and makes a little gesture like a spider crawling across the floor and points north just to remind him that there are spiders to the north, or we assume there are because there are many, many webs.
Wait,
Peter-
if we're out of the mist and we're above here and you didn't talk, can't you just talk now?
I don't know yet. I'm going to save
Ah,
it for a moment
okay.
where I might have to cast a spell just in case, but
Peter
just
nods and offers
safe.
Alestrin half of his sandwich.
Alestrin happily takes it and nibbles.
There's
on a
no
corner
half
of it,
sandwich.
and is pleased to find no spiders.
You order whole sandwich, eat half, give
Yeah.
half to Alestrin. Come on.
Honestly, I think I insulted Smurgle once. That's why he put spiders in my sandwich. So
Probably
What's
there was
the
a lot. There were a lot of there
Probably
was
not just once.
there was some cultural differences.
I would also remind
Acrid
the
Rizwin,
dungeon
are you
master
along too? Everyone's-
that all of us, with the exception of Corin Ermbrusk, still have +10 to our stealth rolls because
Oh.
my pass without
How-
trace spell lasts for an hour with concentration.
It has certainly not been an hour.
So we may have
We're
to
quiet.
be clever about getting Quarren through, but everybody else should be able to make some pretty good stealth rolls.
And we
on our
can't
way.
Was-
talk.
Carry him.
Yeah, can I
Now-
give
Is
him
it
a
not
piggyback?
a?
Yeah,
I
us
thought Pass
talking
Without Trace
is
was
usually
Nora.
what messes up our stealth.
That's true.
Well, and the clanking, but the pass without trace will help with that. And
Clanking.
Acrid can very easily carry an emaciated old man.
Sure.
Definitely.
Just to check, this
She does it all the
seem like
time.
the Tomb of Bane does seem like a relatively safe place if you needed or wanted to take a short rest. But of course, then you would potentially be waiting out your pass without trace. That it
I
sounds
think we
like
should
you
pass
like.
without trace.
Pass
Yeah,
without
okay.
trace.
Yeah.
I think we're fine. Let's
But
go.
Flessa will do what she's told.
Rizwin notices that there are books and is very busily looking at the books.
It does seem like Flessa and Peter have picked out the best books. The books that are left, either Rizwin look either boring or in poor physical condition.
Yeah,
What were the
Rizwin,
best books again?
I left the good books on the shelf, so you may just see
Yeah.
a stack of good books and be like, okay, and you can take it if you want. But
Yeah, they're
the-
worth
Well, I mean,
50
Peter
gold
did some
pieces.
organization.
She's just looking for dwarven histories and things like that. 'Cause
Mhm.
she's still kind of looking for her clan a little bit.
Ah.
Somebody grabbed the good books. He said they were worth 50 GP.
Oh yeah,
did see
okay.
that.
Well, we've got them then. We've
I
got
actually
those
wrote
books.
them down.
All right.
Good books is just several copies of the Bible, or
Look at you,
Mm.
official stenographer
Well-
for this idiot group.
Tony,
Oh,
any
Dan strangely a lot of Dan Brown. It's on
oh no,
Let's
leave
Yeah.
that there.
the guy whose office this was it's all Dan Brown. and
There's
Tom
always
Clancy.
you leave any book in a bookshelf for 2 weeks, it becomes Dan Brown.
Yeah, so it is a horrible.
This place is
curse.
cursed.
Yeah,
It becomes the human being
Um,
named Dan Brown. That's
yeah.
In
a
book
weird
form.
In
phenomenon.
book
Yeah.
form, no.
He's from
Bound
Waterdeep.
with Dan Brown.
Yeah.
Books by
Um,
Dan's, I
Alright, Flessa
generally
is
find
like
are best
moving toward
avoided.
the door.
Good
All
on
right.
you.
Brown's body lies moldering in this library
With a hole upon his chest.
with a book upon his chest.
Oh, interesting. It's covering the hole.
Flessa is heading further and further
Inching
north.
toward the door.
Yes,
Let's hold
please.
on.
Please let
All right,
us
let's
go.
go.
And
So-
then she crosses her arms and starts tapping her foot like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Rizwin notices that everybody's left her, so she finally comes back.
Famous folk hero Sonic the Hedgehog.
You know, there's a song about him. Do we have a bard?
No,
We do not.
thankfully.
Also,
unless
Every-
you are.
I'm really bad at spreading out the bards in my parties. It's either every group either has too many or zero bards. So
You need
So-
to use a flat-edged knife. That's a lot easier
Hmm.
to spread them that way.
So
Yep.
Tony, can we just retrace our steps at this
All
point
right.
using the silent? We've
Yes.
got the silent spell to just be quiet and we're not even
All
saying
right.
anything.
So north of the Tomb of Bane is this kind of strange. It looks like it might have been some kind of important hall at some point. There's all kinds of statues that they've been kind of shattered into debris, and it has long since been taken over by cobwebs that obscure the various frescoes and whatnot. The ceiling above has huge cracks and crevices in it, and occasionally in some you see red blinking many sets of eyes, but you move through this with I guess you have +10 to yourself, so you need to make stealth checks to get through here, but you are going to hopefully pass through without fighting the army of giant spiders that are prepared.
uh-oh.
Everybody do a
I don't
stealth
like the
check?
sound of that.
I pick up Umbrusque and I keep on.
Yeah, shush him too. Well, not that he can
Oh,
talk. But
Oh, quorum. Yeah.
Hey!
should probably let him know that the dragon lady is with us.
21.
That's picking him up and carrying him.
I didn't even speak to him. I still think I can't.
All
So
right.
I just lumped him and just,
Peter Dragonforge is through silently.
I got a
We have
21.
we have a +10. Is that
23.
the
Flessa
Yes.
is through
I got a
silently.
+10.
I have a 14.
Melik shuffles a little bit on the stones.
Rutherford
Anyone.
also got a 14.
Rutherford, is moving quietly, and you manage to your boots kind of drag on some gravel, but it's not too loud. I'm gonna count. That's two clear successes, two partial successes. I think we got Alestrin, Akrid, and Rizwin left.
Rizwin rolled the
Lestrin's hanging
21.
back, but has already.
Rizwin,
rolled.
you are silent.
Well, 11, but with the plus 10.
Yeah, but that's what the 21's what counts.
Well, great.
Let's see, Melik, you're through. Akrid and Alestrin, how'd you roll?
24.
All right, you're
And
silent.
I muffle him.
Yep. Well, he can't talk right now.
Perfect.
Let him breathe.
Alestrin, I think you're the last.
Not a
I
chicken.
rolled a 20.
Did we specify
right.
dead or alive that we had to bring back your dad? I'm just asking.
You can all move your tokens to the other side of the spider
Take
hole.
that, spiders.
I try talking once I get over here. And
As
everyone
you
else is
pass
there.
into the main hall of pillars, Flessa, you discover, you try, and I don't know if you're surprised or not, but you can talk again. I've set it so that
I'm
anyone
talking
can
quietly.
move the quarren.
We can talk again.
I kick Rutherford.
As you are talking to yourselves, it occurs to probably at least one of you that maybe you should close the door to the spider hall.
That would
I was just about to do
be
that.
said. Yes.
I would
Alright.
like to ask Corin, how did you get where you were?
Is this your dad, Rutherford?
You know the thing.
This is my dad. Guys, meet my dad.
I'm asking your dad a
Oh.
question, Rutherford.
It's so good to see friendly faces again. Thank you so much for whatever it is you did.
Sounds like us.
I was adventuring in Undermountain. Is this still Undermountain?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure.
I think I
Uh-huh.
stepped in some kind of trap. The last thing I remember was like a dart hitting me in the neck, and then horrible dreams, and then all of your faces.
Why did you set down the sending stone? It seemed like it was useful in your rescue.
Well, it burned in my pocket. It was like there was a horrible tingling from it.
Oh, that's how I found you, though. Like it was communicating between us.
My head really hurts.
Don't worry, Dad. We're gonna get you out of here.
You're probably
These are-
really dehydrated. Have some
These are
water.
my new friends.
Oh,
I'm Flessa.
Corin
Employees.
Unbrusk, I assure you, you will be well compensated. He looks at Rutherford. Assuming the Unbrusk family is still financially well off.
Yeah,
Keep on turning him around because I'm still
great.
carrying him as he talks to everyone.
Yeah.
Corin, Rutherford was also trapped in a stasis thing for a while.
Oh,
So-
like father, like son. I knew
Rutherford looked
that you
very
would follow in
sheepish
my
about it.
footsteps. Yeah.
But your
Akrid's got
your
like
sister
an old
sent
man
us.
draped over one shoulder and a dead chicken tucked under her other
Yeah.
arm, which is a really good look.
That's accurate.
It's a look.
Hi, Mr. Umbrusk, Peter Dragonforge. I gave you the sandwich. It's Smirkle Sandwich Shop. You should check it out. It's new. You won't have been there because it's new. Your sister sent us.
Oh,
get
my dear
Rutherford.
sister Lestra. Oh, how kind of her.
Yeah, I think
What-
she. Well, I mean, she was looking for
Sister
Rutherford.
Lestra.
But yes,
Oh,
What's our plan now? Are we just trying to get out?
Yeah, let's go home, guys.
let's get out of here.
I think so, yeah.
as
Let's
you
eat the
say,
sandwich.
let's get out of here.
I'd like a Flessa, please.
There's a sound echoes from the hallway to the north, the hallway that leads to the portal, taking you back to Undermountain proper and to water
no.
deep beyond. A strange noise that seems to kind of echo and reverberate off the literal halls of Undermountain. A
And
noise.
it says, "Congratulations, you have completed the adventure."
Ding
Ding,
dong, fireworks, fireworks, confetti.
It's just
a
one of those
noise
Smorgles
that sounds
Final
something
score.
like this. Bach, Bach.
What?
Oh no.
right. Red
What?
chicken.
Chicken.
What horrors await our adventurers? What challenge must they overcome to finally escape from Undermountain, return to the street levels, skip past the horrible, horrible sewers and claim their just rewards for rescuing not one, but 2 Umbras. Double the Umbras, double the reward, hopefully,
You hope.
for answers to questions such as these. Tune in next time to Total Party Kill. The end. Question mark. Live stream / bootleg. I think we are going to take a short break and then return with more Dungeon and or Dragon.
And we'll keep the Zoom stream going. So if you want to mute your video or audio or whatever, please do that because I can't lower the curtain on the
5 or 10 minute break, and we'll do some more.
All right.
You can
Sounds
stare
good.
at my lovely stone wall. It's
Yeah,
fine.
enjoy.
Yeah.
Please.
Tony, I did not know the story about the Phoenix War, the chickens. I cannot hear you.
Remembered the sketchiest of details. So
Yeah. I did not know Rome had sacred chickens. I did take 6 years of Latin.
I took about that many, and I feel like I have forgotten almost all of it. So
But now it allows us to find this sacred
That's
anecdote
true.
about the
Learn it all
sacred
over
chickens
again.
of Rome. Today I learned.
true.
Are you also getting this atmospheric river in Massachusetts?
It's kind of cold here today. I think it's like shifting from fall to winter So,
Mhm.
but it's doing the traditional thing where it's like today, one day it'll be 75, next day it'll be 45.
Yeah, it sounds like
Back
doing
and forth. Yep.
It is perfect here today.
Isn't it perfect there every day in California?
Pretty much.
It is wonderfully rainy.
75 out there. It's sunny as can be.
Where in California are you?
Cool in the shade, hot in the sun. I'm in San Diego,
Oh, well, that would be why.
the good part.
This is San Francisco right now.
Little overcast.
I don't know if you can see all the rain on the window.
Oh
That
yeah.
looks- Yeah, that looks
Wet.
a little wetter than usual, but generally pretty standard for San
Mhm.
Francisco.
I mean, I'm in the Mission, so normally it's sunny.
Oh. I forget if I knew you were in the Mission or not. My brother was just moved to New York, but was in the Mission for like 7 years until 3 months ago.
Nice. I've been in the Mission since 2013.
You may have been neighbors.
I'm about to move myself, actually.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm not going anywhere.
San Diego seems
That's-
like a nice spot.
It's pretty good. It's
Are you
hasn't
gonna
been
stay-
completely destroyed yet.
Are you staying in San Francisco, Sarah, or going further abroad?
London?
Well, that's pretty
It's pretty
far.
far,
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
although similar
Sounds
weather-wise.
Worse.
They have lots of
I
fog,
mean,
don't they?
They have a lot of fog, but they also get cold and rainy and actually have rain, unlike San Francisco. Like, this is unusual for San Francisco.
That sounds cool. Is it? I don't know. Is it easy for an American citizen to just go to the UK for extended times?
It is if you've been dating a British person and living with them for at least 2 years.
Okay, cool.
I mean, as an American, you can go for 6 months.
Got it.
But if you are a partner with a British person, you can maybe go for like 3 years.
Okay, cool. And they don't need you to be like married.
Nope. Don't have to be married.
That feels progressive. I feel like America probably doesn't offer the same level in return.
I don't think so. No, American immigration policies are
Terrible. Always have been my entire time of traveling internationally. You get back to U.S. immigration, you're like, wow, we're jerks.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, we
sucks.
It's amazing. Like super surly and unpleasant, and you're whisked through all these others. Like, oh, it's so good to see you, and then you get back to America, and they're like, why do you want to be here, jerk? I'm like, oh God,
Not
right?
when you're
You
coming
think we're
from
just gonna
Canada?
let you in?
Are Canadians
be-
jerks too?
No, well, when you're coming to the States from Canada, you actually do the customs and the immigration
On the Canadian side.
of the border. So it's still American agents, but they're really nice.
Yeah,
Like, I've always
when
had
I-
good
I've done that in
experiences.
Yeah,
Ireland too.
in
yeah.
I was gonna say,
Ireland.
I've done that in Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah, they're less cranky there. But then, if you've just arrived and you're at the SFO.
I did get weirdly interrogated coming back through Ireland one time, and like they asked me if I'd like been arrested or something. I was like,
wow.
You
no,
got that
man.
face scan.
must have been another Dan Morin.
Mhm.
Yeah, clearly somebody else was doing deeds under my name.
Good deeds?
Clearly
Dirty
not.
deeds.
You don't have to get arrested, possibly.
I hear they were done dirt cheap though.
They said Dan
All
can't
right.
get arrested in this country.
It's true.
Oh, I thought I had taken extra time, but I'm not the last one back. Tony,
There was
what
a
goes,
thing.
what goes into calibrating? Yeah, I know, and I know Monty's got problems going on in his life right now. There was a well, I mean, he's got extenuating circumstances. where,
Oh, okay. Well, when you
sounded way more vague
yeah,
than
when you
Sorry.
transferred from Dan, may or may not have been
Dan,
arrested.
he killed a guy.
because
He's got a no. Monty's got like there's like a leak in his
on the
roof or
run.
something.
plumbing
So,
problems. Not
I was trying to
legal
protect
problems.
Monty.
Oh, that
Um,
happens to lots of guys. It's all
Tony,
right.
how do you calibrate the whole? Well, they're going to find the object of the quest very easily, but I don't want to get everybody together and only just do 1 hour of adventure. So I'll pack in some more adventure. How do you calibrate that? And do you realize that if we
Dungeon Master Secrets, Jason.
and if you realize that if this goes over and we don't resolve, it's entirely your fault now.
Also, do you find that you have anxiety about these things?
Wise words.
Peter Dragonforge dies.
George will be back in a minute. It's gonna be fine.
Total Party Kill lives up to his name.
It is hard to calibrate the timing of things, and we do our best.
Do our best.
Do our best.
You mean it's
That's the
difficult to deal with
TPK
people
motto.
that take an hour to buy a book?
We could have done a lot of dumb stuff that we haven't done.
Yeah, I mean, you completely avoided
The
spider
zombie.
fight. Those
spiders.
wouldn't have been a big threat, but you did not fight the zombie or the
Orcs.
orcs in the stasis field. I didn't think you were going to open the Tomb of Bane, but I was prepared if you did. I had a stat block for Revenant ready to go.
Oh no!
Yep. Haha. Dan loves Revenants.
No, I don't.
You didn't even make note of the fact that we used rope for one of its actual purposes and properly,
Honestly, I'm still
and it
in
was a
shock.
successful.
I feel like we've
Yeah.
graduated now.
Rizwin, you should probably have inspiration for legitimate use of rope.
Yeah.
So just mark that down, please.
Yay.
The rare,
Yeah.
legitimate use of rope.
Now, rope can
Somebody
be
else
used for
want to even
anything.
things out by
Anything.
trying to turn a rope into like a sawhorse or something. Yeah. I use chunks of rope to form new arrows. If I splice this rope into enough pieces, can it count as spaghetti and heal me for 3 hit points?
We're
Wait,
gonna
I wanna-
surround
Jennifer,
Rutherford's
use,
dad in rope in order to make him more feel better.
Healing rope.
It's like a thunder blanket.
Yeah, it's
What?
gonna it holds well. His insides
Oh,
won't
Is that
come
a
out, but
spell
now they
or
won't.
a real
I thought it
thing?
was a spell, and then I
That
really
is
parsed
my
what
least
that was
favorite
going
Roger
for.
Moore era Bond film is Thunder.
Oh, it's a
pretty bad.
It appears
Also,
to be a
Dave
thing for
Vanian, right?
a
You know Dave
parody
Vanian, you
dogs?
know.
Yeah,
Dog-
thunder
yep.
shirts, thunder blankets for dogs that get scared of thunder.
What about
it
me?
makes them feel
Do
like
they
they're
have-
being hugged.
Oh.
Yeah,
just get a weighted
thunder
blanket.
shirt just sounds very.
I was gonna say
comforting.
they kind of look like the thing that the dentist puts on you when you're getting X-rayed.
Yep.
Um,
which I
Mhm.
love. I'm always like, just leave that on
Weighted
for the rest
blanket.
of the appointment. It's
You can
totally
buy
good.
weighted blankets.
I have one.
Have glass
Yeah.
beads. Oh, okay.
That's
So
one
why
right
don't
here.
I mean, why not wear a lead apron just all the time?
Well, I mean, it's probably bad for your neck eventually because of the weight, but
It's
I
good
mean,
to
that is a
protect you
thing-
from 5G rays.
yeah. Also,
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
get more
Also,
That's right.
muscles from
so
that.
Superman can't scan your organs.
Monty knows
Dan.
what's up.
Yeah.
Also, you never know when
There are-
somebody's gonna have an X-ray machine.
There
It's
is.
funny
I mean,
that
that is a thing.
I feel like walking through the airport, they give you some weird looks, though.
Well, there's
On
a
my
thing
last dentist
weightlifters
X-ray,
wear
very soothing.
vests with weights in them for doing normal activities to make them stronger. They go jogging with like.
I
a
like that
weighted
you
vest.
say that, but it also, to me, it always feels like, oh, vests with weights in it to make normal activities harder.
Harder. Well, that's
Yeah.
my understanding of
When it's
my
a fridge,
understanding of it. My
Get
understanding of
people who-
exercise is limited.
Do you find life too easy? Guess
Yeah.
what?
Hard mode.
like a heavy vest on to basically make the gravity higher where you are. My friend Allie has one of those. They had to put a bunch of patches on it because without having like a bunch of fun patches on it, it
It looks
kind
like
of
a-
looks like you're wearing a
flak
like
jacket.
a flak
Yeah.
jacket, which sends a certain vibe. So you try to put like a bunch of like rainbow patches on it to make it
Yeah,
look
so
like
you're a
I'm
whimsical
not like
terrorist.
I'm not a paramilitary person. I'm just I'm just in a CrossFit.
Oh no, I'm still a terrorist. I just really like My Little Pony.
Yeah.
That's a
listen,
definite demographic.
yeah. That's.
It really
I
is.
think that is a subsection of QQ and not unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
I think as soon as Georgia comes back, we will get started. I will just tell you, I don't know how the timing on this works. We might have 2 episodes left to record. We might have 1 long episode. It's potential we'll have just a single episode as you are very near the culmination of this adventure. I think you had probably
Awesome.
figured that out. I think we're already live on YouTube, so we don't have to do a thing.
We don't.
Um,
We're all recording.
so everyone's still recording. I know sometimes people have to stop
Recording.
and start them.
Am I
All right,
recording?
I think we should do this thing.
I'm recording, and I remembered to clear off space on my hard drive.
All
Oh,
right.
yay.
Excellent. How's the plumbing situation go?
Oh, pretty bad. Also,
Oh.
the leaky
God, I'm so sorry.
the
That
leak
was-
in the roof is also pretty bad.
Oh,
Wow,
no.
especially you live in Seattle, a place known for water to come out of the sky.
Yes.
So
But
it's not
this
like
is
you're
where-
in Arizona or something.
This is where it's good that I rent, because
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
the solution is text somebody else, say, "Come fix, please."
Yeah.
Send.
That's the best.
Yep.
Depends on
For
whether or
more
not that
input
person
on
ever
the roll,
comes and
I
fixes
was
it.
gonna say there's
Well-
always people, as a renter, I think my coworkers who own are always like, that's the downside of owning your own house is you got to fix stuff. And I was like, my landlord doesn't fix shit.
Yeah.
So
That's the
That could be a problem, yes.
my
We
last
too have
landlord,
shopped at Apartment Depot.
yeah, my last landlord in Western Mass, literally part of our house burned down, and that was still like there was an arsonist, and literally there was still just a big hole in the porch when we moved out like 2 years after that. They
Wow.
don't, like, yeah, no, I mean it's I rent from a certain class of people, so.
Yeah, Tony, it's time to step it up in the world.
Yeah, if anyone else would like to donate to Tony doesn't live in a
Tony doesn't live here
Uh,
anymore.
yeah.
Never rent from a
so-
rich person, Dan.
Yeah. So
That's true. My last
It's
apartment,
unclear-
part of that
it's
building
unclear
is
what
currently
this is.
being held up by two 2x4s nailed together, and I can see
Yeah.
it from my house.
yeah. Dan, that's great. Dan, it's great that you are going to have a
Hey, they
view,
used to. That's pretty
a
good.
view of your
Couldn't
old
reach it
house
otherwise.
falling into the street, right?
Someday I do think to myself, some morning I will wake up, look out the window, and that house will just be collapsed. I
do.
fully expect that to happen.
We'll start very soon, people, I promise, but I have more things to say. My parents are the kind of people that like to go and drive by places that they used to live or even that I used to live, which I never understood. When we were in Nebraska, we would drive to let's go look at the house we lived at in the 80s. And I would be like, it's a house. I was 3. It's still there. And they'd be like, it's blue now. It was yellow in 1994. And it's like, okay.
I do that
but-
every time I go to San Diego. Is look
Okay,
at,
I
like
don't
the 4
understand.
houses I lived
Yeah.
in.
My
I've
parents
definitely done
do
that.
this-
My parents drove me past the building I was conceived in. So
Well-
thank you very much.
Okay, that's
a
just
lot of
gross.
information. That's a lot of information.
Wow.
Who conceives a
David Law-
child in a building?
It was in Kansas City.
Like a dentist's
Um,
office or
It was an apartment.
Look at me! I wasn't conceived in a strip mall. Woo, la di da. I will just say, my
Eat
parents
that.
do.
Suddenly glad my
Apparent-
mom's not watching today.
Yeah, my parents visit Western Mass somewhat regularly and drive by places that I rented as a college student, and that is at least useful to get updates because there are several of them that are in a rapid state of decay. So there's things have changed structurally. It's like, oh yeah, that fell down. That has been consumed by
That
retaken
entire
by
farmhouse.
nature. Yeah, Dan, if you look at the photos of that on Zillow or on Google Street
I don't
View,
want
it
to.
is-
It was
Well,
terrifying
it's-
when you live there. It feels like it's
Well,
probably no
now
less
it's
terrifying.
boarded up and it's got those red X's on it, which I believe means
Yeah, like
that,
I said, it was
Condemned.
terrifying when you live there.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's legally condemned, but it basically means if this house is on fire, firemen don't worry about it. That's what
Is
the
there
red
a
X's
pattern
mean.
here? Do you just leave a trail of destruction in your
Sounds
wake
like it.
wherever you
You-
live?
You know
He's
what?
very
The cost of
frugal.
living in New
No wonder the
England is
landlord
very
That's
doesn't
why
fix
he's the
anything.
DM.
Mhm. I'm just saying we're not making Critical Role money here, is what I'm saying. But this could be our big break, people. Here, the
Yeah,
finale
this
of
is
our
the one that's going to
episode.
do it for
over
This is
the
it.
top right now.
8 years. This is everybody. I want you to bring your A game, at least your B- game. Looking at you, Steve Lutz. So we're gonna
What
do
I
it.
do.
Nothing. And
That was
that's
a
the
really good
problem.
Chevy Chase.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's uncanny.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill.
Recording.
It is getting
Recording.
toward the end of the Dragonforge and Associates adventure. That's right. I'm Tony Sindelar, a dungeon master. I'm here with Dragonforge and several associates. They have found Rutherford Umbrusk. They have found Quarren Umbrusk. An Umbrusk they weren't even sent to find, but Rutherford, real insistent that they found him. They need
Bonus.
only escape from the halls of Undermountain with their very lives and hopefully the lives of the people they rescued to claim their rewards, to level up, to live fun and exciting lives that don't take place in this adventure, an adventure we started 100 years ago that we will hopefully wrap up today, if not in this very episode, in an episode very soon. That's how I future-proof things, people. I'm Tony Sindelar, a dungeon master. Words I may have just said, and yet I say again for emphasis. Allow me to introduce our players. They will introduce their characters, and we will get into it. Dan Morin, thank you for joining us.
Oh, hello. I am special guest star Dan Morin playing Rutherford Ermbrisk, who has been rescued by Dragonforge and Associates and is now been tearfully and happily reunited with his father, Quarren Umbrisk, who he was looking for. And they found.
And here to play Quarren Umbrisk is Tony
Hold on.
Sindelar.
I've got a different hat. 1 second.
It's me. There's only I decided that is that your Quarren Umbrisk hat or your Rutherford?
It's the
Umbrisk
only hat
Dan?
within reaching distance.
Why is that the hat within reaching distance?
Well, there's a story behind it, isn't there?
I don't want to
Always?
know. I
do.
Isn't it just that you're bad at packing and unpacking? Is that the story?
Yes, that is the story.
Okay.
That's a boring story.
Also, that doesn't play very well on podcasting since it was just podcast listeners. You just missed video of Dan putting on a nautical captain's hat and
that's
removing
it.
nautical
That's why we
and
will
if-
never make Critical Role money.
And if we release this in a 2-hour block, this entire intro will be cut. So enjoy, everybody.
Hello to people in 5 years listening to a special extended edition.
After
cut
we're over the
version.
top, like
Retrospective.
Critical Role.
There's
That's
director's
right.
cut.
Making of Total Party Kill.
Oh God.
Behind the scenes.
Why am I here? Also joining us, Jason Snell. Thank you for being the Dragonforge and Dragonforge's Associates.
Yes, Peter Dragonforge. He is a paladin, loves Bahamut, and is still pondering what he's going to do with his life now that he's done a little bit of adventuring. Is it time to recommit to Bahamut or not? Or, bankroll more sandwich shops? We don't know.
Bahamut or not.
Legally, it would not be Dungeons and Dragons without Erica Ensign. Our next guest, Erica Ensign.
I'm just happy to keep us all on the right side of the law. It's very important. Happy to be here playing one of the associates. That would be Flessa, a very in love with shiny, sparkly things, very small, stabby, flippy, acrobatic rogue, human rogue.
Next up, it's Monty Ashley. Hi, Monty.
Hi, Tony. I'm Monty Ashley, a D&D player. I am playing Melik, the Tiefling Sorcerer, who's another associate of Peter Dragonforge, who's played by Jason Snell.
Just to be clear, I can't tell if I'm bad at introductions today or you are all bad at introductions.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, we did
Tomato,
really over the
tomato.
top ones last time. Now no one knows what to do. Also joining us, Georgia Dow. Hi, Georgia.
Hello, I am playing Acrid. I'm Dragonborn, and I'm Bahamut's favorite. And now I'm just carrying people around. That's pretty much my just chicken people.
Fully chickens.
Mm-hmm. Also joining us, Steve Lutz.
Hello, Tony Sindelar, Dungeon Master. I am Steve Lutz, Dungeons and Dragons player. Perhaps you have met some other Dungeons and Dragons players, such as Monty Ashley, Dungeons and Dragons player.
Is this
Georgia Dow,
procedurally
Dungeons and
generated
Dragons
Steve
player.
Lutz?
Erica Ensign, Dungeons and Dragons player,
Hi, Renee.
and others. I am playing Olestrin Quiverbottom, a elven ranger. I shoot stuff with arrows. That's what I do.
And last, certainly not least, Sarah Barber. Thank you for being here, Sarah.
Hello, thank you. I am playing Risman, a dwarven cleric, and also an associate of Peter Dragonforge. Trying not to die.
Trying not to die is the word for today. You have navigated through the halls of Undermountain. You've got Rutherford Umbrisk with you, who seems like potentially a useful combatant. Quarren Umbrisk, his father, who seems frail and suffering from the ill effects of being kept in a magical stasis field for approximately a decade.
That's the worst.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like imagine being on like a long flight. Sorry, Dungeons and Dragons, Griffin, and your legs are all cramped. But also that flight took 10 years, and you were in the middle seat on the Griffin.
How long is this Griffin, Tony?
How long? This would be like a 747 Griffin, so it's like a
7 legs, 4
7
mouths,
legs, 4 wings,
7
tails.
buttholes.
Is there any entertainment on
Is
this
it a
flight?
wizard griffin?
I think Griffins have cloacas.
They only have
Jason,
two.
and please, I really hope this part's cut out. So.
If
They
it
have
is, it's still
lion
gonna be on Twitter.
legs.
Does anyone,
Anyway.
everyone looks real.
You just said it was a
everyone
long
looks
Griffin,
real,
and I wondered. That's all.
real thoughtful about griffins all of a sudden. So I'm glad we covered that. As you return to this hall of pillars, this kind of central chamber here on the side passage of an Undermountain, with hallways leading to all the various other places that at this point you've pretty thoroughly explored. Your voices do seem to have returned to you now that you put some distance between yourselves and the chamber of purple smoke. But you did hear a perhaps menacing, haunting, animalistic sound echoing through the halls, something that sounded like this. But with a heavy reverb added and in editing.
Oh, I'm running. I'm heading in.
So you're in, and it's echoing from all over. It's a little unclear where the source of that is.
Wait, I thought you said it's coming from the north.
It's echoing from all over, but it seems like it might be coming from the north.
Oh my God.
And a dark shadow fills the passageway to the north, coming down the stairs. There's a large, feathery, avian creature. It stands 20 feet tall, covered in white feathers, a yellow beak, a red crimson crest, the color of blood itself, atop its feathery head.
What I say.
Black
Czar
eyes.
is back and he's a chicken now.
Black eyes, the color of death themselves, stare at you. From beneath its huge feathery wings are horrible yellow talons of death. And a creature that I will call Big Bok is rolling initiative.
Oh.
Now this is not a cockatrice.
We also roll initiative.
Big old chicken.
I would say that you would be at a disadvantage if you did not also roll initiative. That's some tactical advice from Tony, your friend.
The
Do we
cockatrice
still get
looked
a
different, right?
bonus?
I mean,
I will tell you, yes, the cockatrice were, you fought, you concluded they were cockatrices. Several chicken-looking animals that seem to have the ability to turn people into stone. Most notably, they were not 20 feet tall.
okay.
But this thing may be related to them.
Do they still? Does anyone still get bonuses for me? No. No way.
What kinds of bonuses?
Do we?
We don't know.
Before, when I was a warlord.
Oh,
I want a bonus.
Fighter. So.
I only rolled a 3.
Some of you have characters in the Dragonforge and Associates campaign and the ability to see each other's character sheets. Other of you don't. So I have rolled an 18 for initiative for Big Bok. Big Bok is our giant chicken monster. Big Bok, the token for Big Bok doesn't quite fit on the stairs here. Big Bok is squeezing. I haven't decided that the token is 15 feet by 15 feet. Big Bok is 20 feet high. Let's see.
Like big box.
Have people rolled
I
their
wouldn't lie
initiatives?
about that. I can't.
I have.
Let's see. It looks like I've got some people have put theirs in. Some people that might be old initiatives in there. Who needs me to put theirs in? I see Melik at 20.
I have 14.
Melik at 20 is an accurate, recently added number.
Fless at 19.
Correct.
Big Bok at 18. Peter at 18.
Yep.
Peter, what's your dexterity modifier?
0.
Big Box is also 0. Roll a quick d20 to see if you go before or after Big Bok.
I love
Big
going
Bok
with
got
big
a-
box. 18.
Big Bok got a 17. Peter goes before Big Bok. Acrid, what'd you get for initiative?
14. I wrote it.
14, you're in there. Rutherford,
15.
15, you'll go before Acrid. Olestrin, is that 12?
Somehow I can't edit my initiative.
I can put it in for you.
But as
or-
it turns out, it's a 12 again anyway.
Oh, great. And
By the way,
Rizwin, you
Tony,
are 3.
Is it just Big Bok or are there also whammies?
I don't get that. Is that a 70s
No
game show
whammies,
thing?
Steve. No whammies.
Okay, just Big Bok, no whammies.
I think
Big
the only
Bok.
thing I
Big
know
Bok.
about that game show is that was
Tremendous.
one where there was a pattern that a guy figured out
Yeah.
Yep.
via
Yeah.
VHS and he
Yeah.
hacked it. So
Does anybody else shop at Big Box Store?
I just said that, Dan. I said I love
Okay.
going
That
to a
joke-
big box
that joke
store.
was already made.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be a
that's
Dan
fine.
Moore and Jason Sell podcast. The same joke wasn't made.
Same
twice.
jokes. Yep.
What a savings.
It's kind of like one person. But
So
2 for 1.
let me just tell you a little bit about how this fight is going to work. It's all of you.
You can try.
It's all of you versus one creature. The creature that is Big Bok does get legendary actions, which is, if you've never experienced that in D&D, can be a little bit confusing. Big Bok can choose to go after any of your turns. Big Bok can only do so many of those per round, and then they reset and can do it again. Big Bok has a limited set of actions Big Bok can do for those in between turns. So yeah.
Did somebody use like a wish spell that was like, would you rather fight one chicken the size of a dragon or 20 dragons the size of chickens?
This was definitely created from my dreams because this is
You're welcome.
Acrid's.
Or nightmares?
Somebody make sure
No.
Acrid doesn't
No.
run to hug
Okay.
this
Very,
thing.
Yeah.
I am going. It's happening. You are lucky I'm not going first because this chicken is getting cuddled.
Oh no. You're
Damn
going
right.
to really hate
I'm
what happens
sorry.
next.
No,
No.
she'll be so
Salmonella
traumatized.
outbreak.
Melik,
minute.
you are at the top of the order.
This is just a giant chicken. That's chicken boo for Animaniacs
yes.
is what that reference is. I'm going to casually stroll over here behind a pillar,
Mm-hmm.
lean over to the side, stretch out my hand, and cast Fireball.
Oh,
Love it.
now just a question.
Yes,
So I
chicken.
will remind you, Big Bok is currently kind of like blocking this hallway here.
Okay.
So I don't think you can cast Fireball behind Big Bok if that's what you're thinking. And I'm just curious about Fireball and splash damage to your friends that are
Because
currently
Big
near Big
Bok's
Bok.
feathers take up. He can't see behind Big Bok. Is what
It's
you're saying. It's just feathers.
It's 20 feet.
It's 20 feet, so I figure I could just target it there where I can actually see some of that square.
It's like
Okay.
when you're trying to break down a door, you kick past the door even though you can't see it.
I'm just
fine.
I'm concerned that Rizwin and Peter might be like
No,
15 feet.
The
You think
next
you
square up.
All right, I'll allow it.
All right.
Dex
Save of 15.
All right. So this is going to be a thing that we're going to learn a lot today, people. This
Uh-oh.
is going to be real education about
I don't
Dungeons
want to
and
learn
Dragons.
anything. I'm playing Flessa.
First off, Dex save of 15. All right, so Big Bok is going to try a Dex save of 15. Big Bok has rolled a 9.
And just going to take
68.
All right.
I
I'm
think-
going
I
to
think-
roll. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think Big Bok will take it.
All right. I will roll 8 six-sided dice.
86.
86.
That's not what I said.
8 six-sided dice.
We having barbecue chicken for dinner?
Mm.
Hope so.
Good eating on them mid-box.
Honestly-
28 damage.
All right, Big Bok clucks in rage and takes 28 damage. We may need. I am concerned that the quality of my chicken noises will not be sufficient. So,
Pretty
does
good.
everyone want to take turns making some good chicken noises?
Rock,
And Jason,
rock,
Jason will insert these in editing.
I concede.
Thanks, Easter Bunny.
Bok, bok.
Thank you, people.
Frighteningly good.
All right, that was actually those were impressive. So Big Bok has taken 28 damage from Melik. It is the end of Melik's turn. Let's see here. I think that Big Bok wants to do something now because Big Bok has things that return on Big Bok's turn.
So it can choose to go even before its turn?
Yeah, legendary
Wow.
actions.
Why even bother to roll initiative for him?
Well, I mean, it determines when things come around. So, Big Bok is going to lash out. Despite being very chicken-like, Big Bok has a long tail with kind of barbs at the end of it, Big Bok just kind of does like a spin, and its tail, which I imagine kind of looks like a Stegosaurus's tail, like white and kind of still got covered with feathers, but a little bit more reptilian and spikes at the end of it. It's going to swing out. It's got a reach of 15, so it swings its tail at the closest target, which is unfortunately Rizwin. Rizwin, this is going to be an attack against you. I am rolling. I rolled a 24. I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, that's gonna hit me.
You get 15 bludgeoning damage as the tail just kind of pummels you in the side of your torso.
That makes me sad.
That's the end of Melik's turn. It is now Flessa's turn. Flessa, looks like you were kind of hanging out over by a pillar near Melik, kind of near the door to the spider chamber. It's a good, I don't know, what, 40, 50 feet from you to Big Bok?
No, I counted. It's like 30, I think.
Sure. What is math?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is 30 feet.
All right.
So as a bonus action, I'm going to click my heels together on my boots of speed, and I'm going to zip that 30 feet over to Big Bok and use my magic dagger to attack it. And I get sneak attack if I hit because I am the only thing that's close to it. I have a special thing that lets me do that.
Now, I will say, I think there's probably, I was going to say, there's probably rules, as if I'm somebody who can look
Well, there might
up
be
the rules. I feel like we may need to look up the rules for really big creatures occupying the same spaces as smaller creatures. Because I don't know, Flessa, for example, if you are currently like keeping Big Bok from getting in the doorway here, given the size difference between the two of you.
Well, I plan on moving.
Oh,
again,
excellent.
So we won't have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see. Yes, so I don't need advantage on the attack roll to use my sneak attack against a creature if I'm within 5 feet of it and no other creatures are within 5 feet of me.
Just
my
you and Big Bok.
Rakish Audacity. I don't know if I actually hit, though, because I rolled very poorly. So that is, it's only an 11.
Yeah, Big Bok, surprisingly nimble for such a large creature,
Does 12
wedged
hit?
into the hallway here, and it's like you get some feathers, but there's no you didn't get the body of
Okay.
Big Bok.
All right.
Oh.
Well, that's not good. That is not what I was hoping for. I am going to move away. Let's see. Can I? I know I can move away. Let's see. If I make there's a thing. If I make an attack, is it if I hit with an attack? Sneak attack. I have uncanny dodge. Let me see here.
Big Bok's
Here we
gonna
go. Yes. if
potentially
I,
do something.
I have fancy footwork, which means if I make a melee attack against a creature, which I just did,
Check.
that creature can't make opportunity attacks against me for the rest of my turn. So,
Ah,
so I am going to use my boots of speed to. My movement is now doubled to move 30 feet away.
Okay,
At this point,
which puts you almost anywhere you want to be in this chamber.
I'm gonna be back over here.
All right, Flessa, the end of your turn.
That is the end of my turn. I am totally not a threat. Clearly,
Is that what you're saying to Big Bok as you run away?
Yes.
I'm not a threat.
I'm not threatening.
All right. Big Bok is going to do something next. I think Big Bok's just going to do
hell?
another tail attack on
Big
Rizwin.
Bok can do that many different actions in a given round?
Don't mess
3?
with Big Bok.
Dude,
3. Yeah.
that's some chicken.
Yep.
Charlotte's
Rizwin,
Web
I'm
Canceling
sorry.
my Costco membership now. This is unacceptable.
Rizwin, you are unfortunately Big Bok has a limited set of abilities, and you are the one within tail range. I have rolled a 22 for another tail attack on Rizwin.
Ow.
That is 15 more bludgeoning damage.
I don't think I can take another one of these.
All right. People may wish to think about that in terms of who is going to be closest to Big Bok. Health is a team resource. Peter.
Peter's going to run up to Big Bok. He is going to cast Searing Smite at level 2, and he's going to attack with his sword.
A lot of burning base attacks on this chicken today.
it smells good.
Yeah, it smells great in here.
That's 24 to hit.
Woo!
That definitely hits a giant chicken.
Okay, well, the chicken is going to take 15 damage.
All right. Does it matter what kind of damage it is?
Some of it is fire, but it doesn't really matter. I don't suspect. It's now on fire
Oh,
and will need to take a Constitution save at the start of its turn or take more fire damage.
all right. So one of Big Bok's wings is kind of smoldering.
Yes.
Big Bok looks concerned about that.
The burning feathers don't smell so great.
Here's my...
No.
No, they smell really bad. Here's my second attack. It's 21 to hit.
Yep.
And only 7 damage on that one.
All right. Noted.
And that's it.
All right. At the end of Peter Dragonforge's turn, before it is Big Bok's turn, Big Bok is going to do a tail attack on you, Peter Dragonforge. I have rolled a not as impressive 19 to hit.
Does not hit.
All right.
Woo.
Peter Dragonforge's turn is done. It is now Big Bok's first official turn.
Constitution save, please.
Constitution save. I have rolled a 19.
Well, I figure that probably saves then.
All right, Big Bok
So Big Bok no longer on fire.
flaps its wings against the thing. So Big Bok would love to get into this chamber and cause trouble to more of you, but I think Peter is there. Dan, do you remember any rules about squeezing past creatures or whatnot?
It used to be that if you're 2 sizes smaller, you could squeeze past something.
If you're
I
two
don't know
sizes
how that
bigger?
works. If you're 2 sizes larger,
Trample over it? I don't like that idea.
I mean, I don't. That's a great question.
Tony, he doesn't even fit in the.
I know he's very big.
I would
was gonna-
say make something up.
Yeah, and I
No.
was going to say
Yeah.
that I think it's not if he's really huge, it's not unreasonable that he might literally just barrel into the
through. Yeah.
chamber and Peter steps out of his way, right?
The things that I'm seeing approximately is basically he can't move as far because it's he has to push past.
right.
Yeah. So I think he's gonna kind of barrel into the chamber here. I will say Rizwin and Peter, you both get opportunity attacks on him as a giant chicken kind of smacks into the chamber.
You can move through a non-hostile creature space if you're 2 sizes different, and it's just difficult terrain basically at that point.
So
Is
Peter
it
and
2
Rizwin,
sizes larger?
it
2
is
sizes larger or
huge.
smaller. That is
Yeah.
definitely 2 sizes bigger.
Yeah. Peter and Rizwin roll some opportunity attacks as
21.
Big Bok. Yeah, that'll hit.
Because I mean, huge would be
3
2 sizes
dam-
larger, and that's
six
15 by
damage.
15.
This is a huge creature. Rizwin, how much damage did you say it was?
6.
6.
As
All
large
right.
as
Yep.
2 by 2.
It is
Yeah.
15 by 15. You're right.
And I get 9 damage.
All right. So you both whack at the giant, immense chicken as it pushes into the main room, just kind of knocking past you, Peter, and moving right up to Rizwin, somewhat perhaps oblivious to all of the different threats in this room. The huge, immense 20-foot tall chicken whirls around. It's thinking about its various options that it could do here. I think it is going to start with the chicken kind of unfurls its wings and fully expands now that it is out of that cramped corridor and into the main vaulted hall here. And it is going to let loose its frightful presence. Each creature of the chicken's choice that is within 120 feet of the chicken and aware of it, that is all of you, must succeed on a DC 14 wisdom saving throw or become frightened for 1 minute. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn. Once you successfully overcome the effects of this, you are immune to the frightful presence for the following 24 hours.
Is this considered a charmed effect or?
It doesn't say that. It just says frightful presence, but I don't know if fear intrinsically
I
charmed?
specifically have a thing that says advantage against saving throws against fear. So
Fear.
Okay.
To say charm. I think charm is a specific more of a.
Yeah, I've got saves against charms, so that's why I'm asking.
Yep.
I got
I
a
figured.
15.
15 is higher than 14, which is the number to beat.
I got an 8.
22.
21.
You said wisdom?
Wisdom, DC 14.
Olestrin scared.
19.
18.
All right.
Sorry, no.
So
17.
I think I heard Rizwin. Did you say 4 or something like that?
21.
21. Okay. Melik, are you and Olestrin the only people who failed? Did I get that right? There's so many of you.
I failed. I don't know.
I failed as well.
All right. Melik and Olestrin, this creature is suddenly much bigger than you expected. And sure, it's a giant chicken, but still giant chicken right up in a space with all of you when you thought it was just going to be a quick walk home from
Giant
here.
chicken is
The
exactly
rest
the
of
kind
you-
of thing that would freak the hell out of Olestrin. So this
Yeah.
is good.
Nature.
Ele-
Giant
Eles-
nature.
Olestrin has baggage. Let us remind us of what frightened means in 5e.
A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
Yeah. So the big thing, probably Melik and Alestrin, we're not going to move closer. That's not really what they do. But you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. Probably going to affect Alestrin more than it's going to affect Melik. But
Tony?
yes. Yeah.
Since the creature is within 5 feet of me and I am a paladin with the sentinel ability and it made an attack on someone who is not me.
The attack included you. So.
And it's also not an attack.
It's just fear.
Technically, it wasn't an attack. Yeah, it's
Scare.
just fear.
All right.
Because it required a saving
So
throw.
I would say that both it was not an attack. You had to do saving throws, and you were included in part of it. So yeah.
Is there a save ends on this, or are we just scared?
Yes, you get to at the end of each turn, Melik and Alestrin repeat that saving throw. As soon as you get 14, you're fully recovered and can never be afraid of chickens for the rest of the day.
Well, this particular chicken.
Well, no, I'm going to say chickens in general. I will give you 24 hours. You do not fear chickens. I'm a generous dungeon master, Dan, not like you.
That means if you order the chicken sandwich at Smurgles, you have no fear that it's going to give you food poisoning.
It could still give you food poisoning, but you would not fear it.
No.
Right.
So it's wisdom-based, people. So, all right. That was Big Box turn. Rutherford Ermbrusk, you are next.
So, Tony, I have a question because this I have an ability that I am not entirely sure how it works called leadership.
Oh,
which are yeah, it's very exciting.
Leadership, how does it work?
Well, you've come to the right person, Tony.
Dan, are you a servant leader or a service leader?
No, not a service leader. I'm definitely not. I have not discovered my burning desire to lead. For 1 minute, the knight can utter a special command or warning whenever a non-hostile creature that it can see within 30 feet of it makes an attack roll or saving throw. The creature can add a d4 to its roll, provided it can hear and understand the knight. A creature can benefit from only one leadership die at a time, and this effect ends if I'm incapacitated. However, what it does not say is this for 1 minute, I can do it whenever they make an attack roll or saving throw, which implies that I can do it when it's not my turn. And if I can do it whenever, it also implies it's not an action that's limited, essentially, by the traditional action mechanics. So
I think it's basically the equivalent of leadership is similar to Bardic Inspiration.
It is similar, but it's different because I have an infinite number.
Oh, but it requires
Really?
an action to use.
But it can't require an action to use because I can do it whenever they are making an attack or saving throw, which means it does not happen on my turn.
Well, then it would require a reaction, but it doesn't say that.
In theory, yes, but this is a monster stat block repurposed rather than a PC stat block. So I want to ask you, how would you like to handle this?
I think you get to do it as a reaction. It is weird because it is clearly listed under the actions. I wonder if this has been
it has not been. It's designed for monsters. I wondered
if it had been errated somewhere. Okay.
I tried to find errata, and the answer is this is supposed to be scary if you're dealing with this guy, but it doesn't really work in a PC sense necessarily.
I think you do it when somebody else is doing a thing. You get to do it. So we'll say that it is a bonus or a reaction.
Like a reaction.
Yeah, reaction.
So I can do it once per round.
Well, once per round.
Okay. In that case, I will. So it doesn't require an action to activate, basically. But whenever I do it, I can do it once per round. Okay.
Well,
cool.
Great that you never mentioned that before.
I never. This is first combat. I think.
I think you were there when there were. Did you fight a bunch of gnolls? All right.
Yeah, briefly. All right. Well, Rutherford Ermbrusk, emboldened, he's newly discovered his leadership power since finding his dad and realizing what's really important in life. And so he will draw his sword and shout a battle cry, Ermbrusk, and run up to the. He's working on it. Come on, and make some great sword attacks on the chicken. So the first one is a crit.
That's good.
And the second one is a 10. So for the crit, that will be 14 damage.
All right.
46 plus 3.
46.
Anything else? Rutherford? Okay. Did you roll one attack? Oh, but the two attacks, the other one missed. Okay, I was like, I think you have multi-attack. All right. Acrid, you are kind of in the middle of the room. I think you still have Corin Umbris possibly on your back. Just be careful.
I put him down.
Okay. Mainly it was
then-
like if you got knocked unconscious, there was like a 50-50 chance you were going to crush him. So depending on which way you fell.
She's slightly big boned.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
Yeah.
the way.
You're a Dragonborn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Broad shoulders.
Yeah. Okay, so I put him down, and then I am going to go to cuddle the chicken. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to try to climb onto the back and just grab it as hard as I can around the neck to get some really good cuddles
Okay.
because I'm so excited. And as I do, I shout out, Mama Josephine.
Is this an attack roll?
I don't know if cuddles, if subduing cuddles could be an attack roll.
I think it's
Double
an
damage.
I think it's an
Grapple?
unarmed attack. Yeah. Or contested strength. I don't know. There's a lot of ways to
Grappling?
Sounds like grappling, but
grappling.
What do I need to roll high? Do I need to roll? I don't know.
In general, rolling high is a good choice.
We will see. This usually doesn't end well for me.
Okay.
But I'll rush over first. Here we go. Let me get to.
This is
try
role
to-
playing.
although this thing is so large, she can't technically grapple it, so it's
I
definitely
could
not that.
climb onto
You
its
could
back
grapple
and
a
grab
part of
its
it.
neck.
Yeah, I would say
I want
that
to
you can
climb up
pick-
and just
Yeah.
squeeze and cuddle. Because I'm getting one
you-
damn cuddle in before you guys destroy my chicken.
Hug
Yep.
you and love you and squeeze you to death.
Please roll
Call
a
you
strength
George.
check. Strength check, Acrid. Big Bok will also roll a strength check.
Is strength or athletics?
Well, yeah, you could roll athletics.
It's just
Acrid.
for grappling, it would be
Mhm.
athletics.
Big Bok does not have an athletics score, but has a strength score.
15.
I will tell you, Big Bok rolled a 25. So you go up and you try and hug the chicken. You try and hug Big Bok, and Big Bok kind of like stretches out its wings to be as big as and unhuggable as possible. And you feel you're physically rebuffed. And the chicken goes, Bok!
Mr.
So
Bok, no.
yeah,
Can
this
I,
is a good
use, can I use an action point to do that again?
yeah.
Attacks.
Yeah.
You have 2 attacks on your turn, so a grapple
Okay,
would
I
be
am-
considered 1 attack. So
I will
Bloody
roll
hell,
another
I'm-
strength check. This is a
Damn
very
it.
large chicken that is powerful. But all right,
I
I'm
don't
rolling
care.
again.
I don't care. It's happening.
All right. I have not rolled as well this time.
Good.
I rolled a 16.
20!
All right. So you have been rebuffed, and Acrid just comes in. It's almost like, you went in for the handshake, and then it's like, no, not here. And you fully just, but I imagine, the chicken is huge. So you are like, basically like your face is just like in the
I'm
middle
pretty
of its
huge. I'm just saying,
torso.
I'm pretty big.
Yeah, you're large. The chicken is huge. So you have grabbed the chicken. I think the
On its
chicken
back.
is
Is she choking the
inconvenient.
chicken right now?
on
I
its
just
back.
want to know.
Oh, God.
Steve
So
Lutz.
Steve Lutz, everybody.
Steve Holt.
What does being grappled mean? So the chicken's speed is going to be limited.
What does it mean when you're a giant chicken?
I'm riding this chicken. That's it. I'm just letting you know.
What does
I'm
it
gonna say
mean?
that the
You're
chicken,
riding
the
a
chicken,
Chicken.
riding a chicken does sound like being possibly addicted to some very
Yeah.
silly drug.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna say that the chicken cannot go. Big Bok can't go anywhere, or is limited in where it can go as long as Acrid is riding it. And that Big Bok has disadvantage on attacking Acrid, is what I'm gonna say.
You ever seen a Dragonborn riding on the back of a giant chicken? Well, now
Hi,
you have.
fantasy people.
For-
Hi.
The life
This
has been
is-
made. I'm
it's-
just saying.
I'm just
This
saying,
is
once-
why-
Hi, all right.
If we ever get back to the tavern, you can dine out on this story for
Man.
years.
for a
Yeah.
long
Also, pretty
That'd be a
surely.
pretty
I
good
mean,
thing
we're
for
bringing back
fan
some-
artists to.
Yeah.
Very large Cajun chicken.
Mhm.
Dine out on that for years too.
Mhm.
Yep. Acrid, I think you are done.
Done.
All right. So here is what's going to happen. At the end of Acrid's turn, Big Bok basically goes berserk. Big Bok is
Didn't he
going to
already
do.
use 3 attacks outside of his turn? I swear
And
he
then
did.
Then it was
And
turn.
then it was
Press
his
is on
turn.
his turn.
I know. What are you, a chicken cop?
This
Um,
chicken.
Chicken cop.
I'm a
Wednesdays
cock
on
blocker.
CW.
That's my deal.
Really, Steve, you and I are the chickens in this situation. That's
Makes
what-
you
Um,
think.
So Big Bok is going to do a wing attack. Big Bok beats its mighty wings. Each creature within 10 feet of Big Bok, which is several of you, must.
And the old man.
And
Unless he
is the
stumbled
old man
away.
within 10? We'll say the old man has stumbled away. Each of you must make a DC 19 dexterity saving throw.
Here.
Yeah, that's great. Peter Dragonforge is very dexterous. 2.
To Peter Dragonforge. Rizwin?
I feel like dwarves have like an ability to like not move
That
when
was in
people try to
40.
move them. Oh, this no.
Hey, I have a
Curses.
question. As a dungeon master,
Dexterity?
how do you calibrate deliberately killing all of your characters after they've actually
After they've
finished the
succeeded, yeah.
adventure?
I aim for it.
He uses a giant chicken. That is how he calibrates it.
I rolled an 8.
All right. So you're going to be buffeted by wings. Rutherford
Buffeted?
Urbusk.
Dang.
What was the
What
was the
kind of
save again?
wings?
Well, they're big feathery wings.
Buffalo.
Mm-mm.
I was hoping for
What was it?
buffalo.
DC
What kind-
19.
DC 19 Dex?
Yeah.
Yeah, 7.
And Acrid.
14.
All right. All of you, Big Bok is just flapping its wings. It's like expanding to take up like a huge amount of space. The wings are just being flapped, and you are basically knocked off your feet. Possibly, dwarves don't. Dwarves may check if they have an ability to be knocked prone, but each of you takes 13 bludgeoning damage and gets knocked off your feet. Big Bok would normally have the ability to fly around the chamber, but I'm going to say because of the Dragonforge hug, Dragonborn hug, that impeded. Yeah. So
I
Akra,
wonder-
you were.
Am I still on the chicken? It's all
I
I need
think
to
that-
know.
I
like
think
she-
you have
I'm
been
holding
knocked off
on
the
for
chicken.
dear God. Just
I
saying.
think you've been knocked off the chicken.
Ugh.
How can a wing get her if she's right on its
Yeah, I'm kind of in
It's
behind.
got
Aren't I,
like a
protected?
shoulder.
I
right?
Yeah, I
suppose,
think I'm like-
buck her
I'm-
off. Mhm.
Here,
like a-
I'm going to be very generous. Make a saving throw to try and stay on Big Bok, Akard.
Oh, please, 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 please,
DC 30.
please. 7.
What? DC 10.
7.
All right, you fall off. So, sorry. So each
That's
I
of
right.
had my
you,
moment, though. I had my moment.
Yeah,
It was, yes.
yeah, each of you take 13 bludgeoning damage and then fall
Worth
prone
it.
as Big Bok is reeling around this chamber.
I have 1 hit point left.
It could
Oh,
be. It could be
Jesus.
worse.
Well, it's your turn soon, so you can just heal yourself.
And or run away.
All
Or
right.
both.
I believe. Please keep me really honest. It's tricky with the legendary actions. I don't want to accidentally miss anyone's turn.
Steve's on top of it.
So it is Steve's turn. I
I'm
believe.
apparently not. So
Elections.
he's had 1 since his turn, right?
And I will tell you.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll just tell you, Steve.
Yes.
Chicken Cop Steve. The wing attack is such a devastating attack. It counts as 2.
Wow. That's very honest of you.
That's fair.
I'm just a small town giant chicken, and I try to keep it honest.
I say.
I'm just a simple hyper chicken lawyer.
Yep, reference acknowledged. So Alestrin, it is your turn.
Yes.
Perhaps, thankfully, your friends are prone, so you have a very unobstructed view of a huge chicken in the middle of this chamber.
Yeah,
right.
but
It's probably not on its
still
back
got a
anymore.
disadvantage on everything.
Oh yeah,
so
you're still terrified.
Alestrin points 1 long willowy elven finger at Big Bok and says, "Chicken! I recognize the irony of that statement." He looks at Corin Ermbrusk and says, the room to the south is clear. Get behind the doors."
Okay.
And then he moves back here behind the pillar and hides.
Okay.
Hi, Alestrin.
Hello. So that's a stealth check. Fortunately, I still have +10 to stealth checks.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Is that a concentration spell?
What's that?
Is that a concentration
It
spell?
is. Yep, for an hour.
Did you take
I haven't
any
done anything
damage?
else. Nope.
Okay.
So 21 to hide.
All right, you are probably hidden from Big Bok.
Probably, he says.
Probably.
Because I can hide behind even partial cover.
Hmm.
It's one of my elven features.
I wonder. Well, you know what? Unfortunately, Steve. I'm just
Does the
telling
chicken
you.
have true sight?
Steve, I'm just telling you. The chicken has blind sight, dark vision, and a passive perception of 21.
Okay.
So
And I just rolled a 21. So what
interesting.
does that mean?
Fun facts. We'll find out later.
Tie goes to whom? Right.
Doesn't Delester get to save against
That's
fear
what
now?
I was just about to do.
Yeah,
yes.
you should save against fear.
What is this? Wisdom?
Wisdom 14 is the number to beat.
14 is the number to beat, and that's a +2 for me.
Lester's so wise.
Well, that's a 1, so 3. Does that beat 14?
Did you get
3
to
does. 3 does not beat 14. He had the option to attack. He did not do that, as far as I can tell.
No, he was hoping to get advantage next time to cancel out the disadvantage. But sounds like that's probably not going to happen. So there's Alestrin's turn. Thanks, everybody.
All right.
What was your action then?
Hiding.
Hiding is a bonus action for you.
Is that true for rogues? Or
Yeah,
for
rogues.
rangers?
Cunning
I'm not a
action.
rogue.
Oh, you're a ranger. That's all right.
He's
I
the
thought you
other,
were a rogue.
the other R-based word.
Right.
It's a rover.
All right.
Gotcha.
Speaking of R words, it's Rizwin.
Nice. Good segue.
I have 1 hit point. I'm prone,
You're prone.
and I'm beneath a giant chicken.
Well, yeah. I mean, certainly you're very close.
Just
to
like any other Saturday.
it. Yeah.
Cool.
Just heal yourself.
If I
and
move
play
away,
dead.
if I move away from the chicken, does that invoke an opportunity attack?
Mhm.
Unless you could take the disengage action.
Right. But then you wouldn't
Could.
have a full
Which is
action
your
to heal
action.
yourself.
Mm.
That's true. Although I do have healing word, which is a bonus action.
It's true. Can you cast that at a
Um,
higher level on yourself?
Disengage and get away, first of all, and then worry about everything else secondary.
I mean, if I had upper level spell slots left, I could, but alas, I cannot because I only have first level spell slots left. Okay. I am going to spend time disengaging.
Okay.
And then I am going to roll away and hide behind a pillar.
Okay.
Good luck with the hiding part.
Feel free to move your token behind a pillar.
Thank you. Behind, I'll try and move as far away as I can. And then I'm going to try to use my bonus action to heal myself.
Okay.
I heal myself for 8.
All right. I think that's good. You're alive. You have almost double-digit hit points, but not quite.
It's true. And I'm done.
Okay. Melik.
Well, I'm terrified, but my
Mhm.
friends are in danger. So
It's
I
true.
will kind of lean my head around the pillar and cast Firebolt.
Ooh, Firebolt.
Yeah. This is with disadvantage, but I have a +8, so we'll see. 15.
15 does not hit the armor class of a chicken. Or
All
this
right.
chicken specifically. Normal chickens, yes.
I would hope it would hit
Big
normal chicken.
Big Vok has a significantly higher armor class.
I will bonus action convert some sorcery points into spell slots.
Oh,
Nice.
I will convert 3 sorcery points into a level 2 spell slot.
I like it. Sorcerers are fancy.
And that is the end of my turn. And now I will roll a wisdom save.
okay.
That is a 20.
All right, you have overcome your fear of chickens. Congratulations. I should have had Corin Umbrus go at the before Melik, but let's say that Corin Umbrus at the end of the turn ran down to the room to the south that Alestrin pointed it to and took cover there.
Okay.
All right. I think Flessa, you are next.
Flessa does not like the way this is going.
No.
Flessa noticed Acrid trying to hug a giant chicken. That is
True.
not good. So Flessa is gonna run back up here and shout, "Acrid, it's a bad chicken." Very bad.
I don't know. For
And-
some reason, I imagined you with like a sign, like at a protest, like you're just ready to, like one of
Chickens are
your,
mad.
one of your pre-made signs that was ready to go, written on
Uh-huh.
cardboard. You know.
All right, this is not okay. So,
And while you're running up there, Rutherford from the ground looks over and goes, "Yes, little rogue, stab true," and gives you a D4 on your attack roll.
oh, thank you. All right, so I get to just roll that.
Yep.
And add that.
Good, because I probably need it. Let's see. So that's 10, and this is my magic dagger. So that's a 17 to hit.
Is it only a 17?
Let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus. Oh God, it's not even that high.
Oh.
7. No, it is. It is. It's 17. It's exactly 17.
Okay. You get like there's just a flurry of feathers, but there's no, you don't get a strike into the meat of Big Bok.
The 5e version of Flessa is like significantly less deadly than the 4e version. It's much harder to hit. Well, you know what? I am just going to use 2-weapon fighting and use my vicious dagger with my other hand and try to hit it.
All right.
Which means I can't just disengage because this is using my bonus action. So, gulp. Let's see. I don't get that D4 on both attacks, I assume.
No, only one, I think.
That's
As per Tony's ruling.
Yeah, that's a 19.
All right. With your other dagger, you plunge it into Big Bok's leg. I think you have a sense of what range its armor class is in. Roll some
Yeah.
damage there.
Okay, so let's see. So this is a vicious dagger. I did not roll a 20, so I don't get any extra damage. So that would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of piercing damage.
All right. There's a spurt of blood from Big Bok's leg as your dagger finds chicken flesh.
Yep.
All right. At the end of Flessa, you got anything else on your turn?
I could move away without disengaging, but I don't want it to attack Rizwin. I still have. Look, I'm really mad. I don't like what Acker did. I'm just going to stand here. Flessa's going to take for a minute.
Flessa, at the end of your turn, you are the only one standing next to in Big Bok's vicinity. Big Bok is going to whirl around to another legendary action, a tail attack on you.
I'm sure it will hit.
I have rolled a 24.
Oh, yeah.
You get slapped in the side, 15 bludgeoning damage.
Ow. That's not nice.
Peter Dragonforge, it's your turn. You are on the ground right next to Big Bok. Ackred and Rutherford are also sprawled out nearby. Flessa is kind of sparring back and forth with the giant chicken. Things look challenging.
I would like to point out, specifically for Ackred, I don't know if anybody else has the ability to grant other people attacks. I have looked it up. Sneak attack is available once a turn.
Yeah.
So not once a round. So if somebody can grant me an attack on their turn, I can do sneak attack again.
I say a little prayer to Bahamut, which is casting divine favor on my weapon, and then I'm going to do double attack on the chicken. I stand up.
Half your move.
And that's a fail. And that's a fail. So nothing happens. Swing, swing, swing. And yeah, that is...
You know, it's Sunday. Bahamut's very busy. Can't take all the calls at once.
Oh, I forgot to mention I have uncanny dodge, so I should have only taken half of...
Okay, take half that damage. That's fine.
Well, that was a lot of waiting through 7 players, and I'm done.
And
I'm sorry, Peter Dragonforge.
multiple Big Bok turns.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
I hit on all my attacks the last couple times, so it's fair.
Yeah. Big Bok is next. What will Big Bok do? I think Big Bok is going to... I think, Peter Dragonforge, what you have done successfully is you've gotten Big Bok's attention.
Oh, boy.
So Big Bok reels around and turns at you. It's going to make multiple attacks at you until you are unconscious, and then it will attack something else. It will start off, it's going to do a mighty peck attack. Its giant beak comes slamming in the direction of you. You try and get your shield up, but it is a 26. I'm sorry, people. I'm rolling real well today.
Yep.
So it's
Noticed.
mighty beak.
Tony party kill.
Rampages into you. You're going to take 17 piercing damage as a beak hits into your shoulder real good.
Poultry party kill? I don't know.
Total poultry kill.
That's better.
How
That's
did
better.
Big Box say "Show me sanctuary"? Exactly. I'm just curious.
So it's possible that Big Bok has been, was confined to this area by horrible wizards that built Undermountain.
War between wizards.
Well, really, actually,
Build a giant chicken.
Undermountain is just one wizard who starts like a lot of
Alistair.
projects. Alistair the Mad Mage, who is like just the worst hobbyist magician, where he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna build a labyrinth over here. Nah, I'm not interested in labyrinths anymore. I'm gonna build a temple to robot scorpions over here. Nah, I'm not interested.
I'm breeding giant chicken.
Yeah, I'm breeding giant chickens. Alistair is one of those people who starts like a lot of projects that never get finished. So Peter, it's getting worse. You got 2 claw attacks coming your way. 21 and 13.
Just the one.
All right, you are going to take 13 slashing damage as its horrible yellow talons slice across your body.
Great news, everybody. I had 12 hit points.
So are you unconscious?
Yep.
Oh dear.
All right. Peter Dragonforge is down on the ground. Big Bok tilts its head back and lets out a triumphant at the side of one fallen enemy. That was Big Bok's turn. Rutherford Ermbrusk also at the feet of Big Bok.
So I'm prone. How would it help me at all if I like crawled underneath the chicken and stabbed it up with my sword?
I think it's a big chicken. Are you're trying to get
That doesn't answer the
advantage
question.
somehow?
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how to do some damage to this chicken, and
Well,
in an interesting way.
I
Maybe
don't.
if
I
you
mean, I
do
think
that,
that's
you
probably
would
a thing
get
a rogue can
inspiration
do.
for a later attack.
There we go.
Thanks for negotiating on my behalf, Erica.
I'm always trying to get people inspiration.
I appreciate that. I will have disadvantage if I do that, I guess, which is not great. So, but
What if
I will tell you.
What if
Here's
you
what you
crawl
get, Dan.
underneath it and use your action to stand up?
that's what I'm
Just-
thinking. Like stand, like lunge upwards with my sword.
I would say that normally you would have disadvantage from attacking from the ground. You will not, because there will be
Okay.
chicken all around you.
I'll take it. So I crawl
Chicken
under
to the left of me. Chicken to the right of me.
I just pray the chicken does not sit down. And I will stand up and like thrust upward with my great sword for 2 attacks. And
It's
we'll
okay.
see anywhere. It's all right. A 7, not great.
I am sorry, people. Sometimes in Dungeons and Dragons, you roll well or poorly, and I roll well. It doesn't matter.
19.
But your second attack, Rutherford,
Okay.
you get chicken blood in your mouth as blood seeps down from the chicken onto you.
That doesn't really feel like a win anymore. I do
No.
an amazing 6 damage.
All right.
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
And a 3 and a 4.
Acrid.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes, Lawrence Welk, we know.
Oh, she's so torn. She's so torn.
Acrid, you are
Do
like
we know? How many of these people
Bad.
knew?
Chicken.
I
did
got it.
see-
Ain't
I
the
did
chicken
see
knocked
the
out Peter?
chicken just killed Peter.
not killed, attempted killed.
Attempted murder.
Yeah.
I think that she's
Look, none of us is a
gotta
chicken
make
lawyer
a
here.
choice.
Yeah,
I
this
think
is
she's got to make a choice. I think
classic
this is
prisoner's dilemma.
fair. Yeah, it's a tough
Art
one,
Harmon,
but-
chicken lawyer.
Yeah. Okay, so what I am going to do is I am first going to attack, and then I will use my commander's strike to allow
Okay.
Erica to attack. Okay, so I am going to
Teamwork.
very sadly scream out, "Bad chicken." No. And then I am going to
We do not murder our friends in this house.
stab it through the head if I can.
Okay, its head's
Well,
very
when,
high up.
When
It
Acrid
is-
commits all the
it
way.
is- yeah, it is 20 feet tall, so its head is at least 17, 16 feet up. But you can,
That for me, I think I like.
you
I'm
are
already
you are very
Yeah.
tall. You're a
8 feet tall
dragonborn
or
also.
something. I think I'm already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
mostly
mean
there. I don't know.
certainly, if you're
You
not
just have
getting
to
its
reach out.
head, you're getting its neck. So
I'll do that.
you're aiming for the top
Let's-
chicken.
Let's hope for something.
Top Chicken was my favorite cartoon in the 70s. So
The animation was not great.
He's a chicken
18
about town.
hit.
18 is enough to hit a giant chicken. The giant chicken that is Big Bok, the guardian of Undermountain.
Determine its armor class.
Yeah. Roll damage.
17 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Now you're working. And you sounded like you're going to use Commander's Strike next.
I am. I point down to Erica and I'm like, bad chicken.
Yes.
Yes.
My turn is come and gone, so I'm gonna yell another. Do it!
Yay! All right. So
Really
I
bad
will-
chicken.
Terrible chicken. Let's see. That is way more than enough to hit. Thank you, everybody. So I get my.
And that adds the superiority die to the damage roll.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
So go ahead. You roll that then, and I will.
Which one is the superiority die?
It depends what level you are.
It is
Either a D6 or a D8, I'm guessing.
D8. Pray.
So it's 24 points of damage before that D8.
4.
Mhm.
So,
So 28.
28.
28.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Teamwork.
Took 3 of us to make that happen.
Yeah. That was good teamwork.
Big Bok looks legitimately peeved at this situation.
I
Is-
stick
is
my
peeved
tongue
like-
out at it.
Is
not
Pete
like
the
bloody
thing like
Dan.
bloodied? No, it's not
It's
like
not-
75%.
I'm going to stand in front of Peter.
Okay. Sounds good. You take up a battle position over his fallen body, ready to protect him from the menace that is a giant chicken. All right. Well, I will say Big Bok is angry. Big Bok has had a turn.
At
Now
least
I'm-
one.
So-
and there were
oh, wait.
2 legendary actions. I don't think you used it.
I don't think so. Has Big Bok used a legendary action since Big Bok's
No.
Use
turn?
the tail
don't
thing.
think
I
so.
thought you used. The
No,
tail
I
thing
think
on
that
Fluster's
was
side
the
before.
end of. I think that was
Okay.
before. I think Big Bok has done no legendary actions.
Yep.
Big Bok is going to do another wing attack. So all the creatures within 10 feet will say that this doesn't hit Peter because Peter is on
What
the
if you're
ground.
underneath the chicken?
Hmm.
I'll give you advantage. I'll give you advantage on it. And yeah, we'll say that Peter, by being on the ground and having Acrid standing over him, is protected. The other 3 of you, I need another DC 19 to stay on your feet and not take bludgeoning damage.
What kind of check?
DC 19 Dex.
Excellent.
And Big Bok does not like this situation, so Big Bok is you're all going to get knocked down, and then Big Bok is going to flap away.
I rolled a 20, which is the only way I was surviving.
Wow, I also rolled a 20, and that gives me a
19.
26.
Wow.
Wow.
So you all, it's like you've seen this move before. So you all like kind of brace yourselves. Big Bok flaps its wings, tries to knock you down, knock you off your feet. And then Big Bok launches itself into a short flight over to the other side of the room. It's a pretty, Big Bok is a big chicken, and it's a
is it?
small chamber. So it's a kind of awkward flight.
So it's not. It's still. I don't get an opportunity attack because
I
I'm
think
still
you
right
do.
next to it.
I think you do because you're not knocked off your feet.
Take
And
an
it-
opportunity
it's-
attack if it was underneath it on the way out.
Yeah, I think you all get to roll opportunity attacks
Okay.
as it
Doing
tried to
it.
fly away from you. Its plan was knock you down and fly away. You didn't get knocked down. So
I'm going to be a rules jerk for a minute. Erica used her reaction to make an attack, so she doesn't get to use her
That's-
reaction.
that's
to do an
Oh, and I
opportunity
used mine
attack.
to give her benefit, so I don't get to use
Yep.
mine either.
Oh,
Rats.
I mean,
So-
I knew I wasn't going to get sneak attack damage anyway, so even if I hit, it wasn't going to be that great.
okay.
So
'Cause
do
this
I
is still
get
the
to
same
hit
turn.
then?
Acrid does get to take it.
Okay. To the chicken gods,
Do it.
15.
15 does
plus-
not. Oh,
Plus, wait. What
Wait.
is my
Wait
plus
for
to
it.
hit? Plus 7. 15 plus
Yeah.
7.
Oh wow,
22.
buried the lead there.
yeah. All right. You take a chunk out of Bok Bok or Big Bok as Big Bok flaps away. Roll us some damage, Acrid.
7, 14 points of damage.
Guess what? Big Bok is bloody.
Yay!
All right.
Ooh.
Great. Do we have 6 more people to fight it?
I think we should go wake up that orc and those zombies. And
Yeah.
Can we just
Should be
run-
though.
Is there a portal up there? Why don't we just all run through the portal?
Can we lead it to the
We just leave?
cockatrice? Was that
We just
somewhere in the
go?
area?
We just
It's
leave.
just to the
Leave
south,
chicken,
right?
someone else's problem, right?
Remember when Alestrin told Corin Umbros to run to the south?
whatever. They didn't know he was
I
alive.
saved him once. Don't need to save him again.
It's a complicated family. Alestrin, you are hiding behind a pillar. I believe you're so afraid of a chicken.
Yeah, my bottom is literally quivering for the first time. Yeah, Alestrin feels that he's in danger. He is threatened by a stranger, and he feels that he will take a licking. So again, he will make this big bok his quarry by casting Hunter's Mark.
Kids, ask your grandparents.
That's right. So yeah, on the off chance that he actually hits the thing, I'm guessing that I will not be rolling without disadvantage because I'm not as hidden as I thought I was. Is that
True.
correct?
Correct.
All right. Well, I'll roll 2 d20s then, and hopefully one of them will be,
20s.
or both of them will be good. They're both 11s, which I believe is a 21.
Yay.
You get to add plus 10? Wow.
Yeah.
So even with trembling hands, Alestrin's aim is true. Your arrow
It's
pierces
a
Big Bok
big
in the
target.
side.
It's a big
Yeah, it is a
target.
It's like hitting the
You hit
broadside of a huge
the bro-
chicken.
Yeah.
Even if you get startled and like move your aim, you're probably still going to hit
Yeah.
the chicken when you're like it's in your face.
You could miss and still hit.
And that will
Ricochet.
do 7 damage plus 1 for my quarry for a total of 8.
All right.
Lester will now shoot it again,
We're whittling down this chicken.
or attempt to, anyway. Oh,
Carving
lowest
up,
one is
carving up the
20.
chicken.
That'll hit. Wow. Even with disadvantage, you are a fearsome ranger.
Deadly.
The
It's
deadliest.
all I can do, so I better be
know.
good at it.
Do you have any
uh,
fire arrows left?
I
Oh.
do, but anybody within 10 feet gets inflamed.
No, thank
Oh
you.
yeah.
So pass on
Wow,
that.
That's a lot of us.
Yeah.
It is. So 5 damage
All right.
on that one. And I believe I'm within reach of this creature now. Probably engaged with it.
I think so.
Well, it's a good thing I already have
That's
disadvantage
sweet.
then, because then I would have had disadvantage.
Yeah.
And so I will try to shake off this fear of chickens that has gripped me.
Think about how you shot it twice with arrows.
And that is a 5. I'm still
All right.
scared of this damn chicken.
I mean, that is on brand.
It really is.
All right. Well, I think that that Big Bok should do a legendary action while Big Bok is here. You have peppered it with arrows, Alestrin.
Is
Big
two
Bok-
peppering?
It's 2 is the minimum number for a peppering. I'm gonna say canonically. Big Bok lashes out
like
with
a
peppered
dash.
chicken.
tail attack at
Already
you.
ready.
Get some
Wow.
olive oil and some salt. with it, you know.
I have
Yes.
rolled a 14. I
Sandwich
suspect that
ready.
is not enough to hit Alestrin.
Alestrin quivers his way out of the way of that one. Yes.
All right, the tail smashes into the pillar, knocking some stones loose. There's a fire alarm going off in my house.
That's not the only thing that's loose right
You
now.
might
Yeah.
want to check that. Just
I'm gonna pause. I'll be right back.
It might be a good time for a break.
Check for
maybe we
fire.
should take the break. Yeah.
Let us take a quick break right now while I just check on that. It will be Rizwan's turn when we come back. Give me a couple minutes.
If
Is Tony's house on fire? For answers to questions such as these. Come back in a minute.
Okay.
And we thought we were just throwing fire arrows at a chicken.
I might stick around and just watch for flames in the background
Yeah.
of Tony's video feed.
I want to know what the deal
Wait a
is.
second. There's water coming in Monty's house. There's fire in Tony's house. If only they're closer together, we could.
Does anyone have air in
and
their
this
house?
room is filled with air.
Yeah.
Oh no!
My room is filled with dirt. We have all four elements.
Well, there's a fifth element, Tony.
Boron.
George's room is filled with
Heart.
love. Love for chickens.
I read a review of The Fifth Element on Usenet a million years ago that just said the fifth element is boron. I don't want to watch a movie about boron.
It sounds kind of boron.
And that's how I remember that boron is the fifth
Good.
element.
That's a good mnemonic.
Yes, these are the things that chemistry teachers should have available to them to use for teaching tools. Instead, they just tell you boron's the fifth element. You're like, eh.
It's no carbon.
They don't mention Bruce Willis movies of any kind.
What if every element was a Bruce Willis movie?
Hudson Hawk would be oxygen because I cannot live without it. You know. I don't know. Hudson Hawk reference.
Die Hard would be, I don't know, like, what's something
hydrogen, or specifically references to Die Hard being a Christmas movie are hydrogen because there's so much of it.
the most plentiful in the galaxy?
Yeah.
I was thinking it's either that or like something that's hard to kill, like something really tough.
Tony, is your place on fire?
Nothing seems to be on fire. So
That's good.
inlet. We're not even entirely sure if that was a smoke alarm in our house.
Oh, that
or
was
if
it.
somewhere
Okay.
else,
Yeah, I was
but-
watching some Joe Bob Briggs show recently where he said, like, this guy went on to be whoever was the director of the movie. So this guy went on to direct Hudson Hawk. And I was like, oh, Hudson Hawk, huh? It's the guy who did Heathers.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I had no idea it was the same guy.
And I think Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Airheads.
Airheads,
Episode of Homicide: Life on the Street, The Truth About Cats and Dogs, 5 episodes of The Larry Sanders Show.
Well, really, Bruce Willis directed Hudson Hawk, which was part of the problem.
Sure.
and part of the genius.
Yes, absolutely.
Also, just prior to Heathers, he directed a short called The Beaver Gets a Boner, which I'm sure was pretty good.
That's a Steve Lutz movie if I ever heard one.
No, it's a Michael Lehman movie, as it turns out.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, my mistake. The director of Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead also directed Bill and Ted.
Right.
Wow. That makes sense.
Don't tell mom the babysitter's Ted.
Mm. Sorry about that. Nothing is on
Biggest
fire.
crossover in
Excellent.
history.
This is a break. It's fine.
Meet the Applegates.
Take it Tony's house did not burn
Yeah.
down.
Nothing
No,
seems
he's
to be on
he's
fire.
that committed. He's just going to keep DMing as it
We will
flames around
finish
him.
this one way or another.
This
Either
is fine.
Either this finishes me or 2021 vibes. This is fine.
It's just it's us. We're on fire.
I was worried that the arsonist was back, Tony.
That was a different
Followed
state.
you all the way from
Yeah,
Western
that's-
Massachusetts.
It's like
That
Jaws
is-
the Revenge.
Different
Yeah.
city.
He's in jail, so
Oh, I'm glad
Or-
they got him.
There's a chance there's going to be a plumber at my house in a half hour.
okay.
Plumbers!
NPC.
Reference.
hand him a character sheet on the way in.
Why don't we draft more people into this? Why,
If
You,
I hear
roll
somebody
initiative.
behind you ring the doorbell and say, "It's me," I'm going to be so excited.
mm.
Doesn't seem like Mario would be a very good
Oh,
plumber.
Tony, what I've
Mhm.
decided is if you kill all of us, I'm going
It
to
was a
just
dream.
edit. I'm just
It was
going to
a
edit that
dream.
first episode where we get to this room, and I'm going to use pieces of you from other episodes of TPK to declare that we go back to the surface and everything is fine. The end.
Okay. I must have said we go back to
So
the surface
you
and everything
go
is
back
fine
to the
at
surface.
least one
Yeah.
time in
We've
addition to
gone
this.
back and forth.
And just
Oh.
now.
I'll record myself saying, "Hey, Tony, I guess we win." So we go back to the surface,
And it just says,
and
"And
are
so you
successful."
do.
And so you do.
There
That's
it is.
right.
Yep.
All
No
of
one
you-
needs to know.
Flawless. Flawless.
All
No
of
one
you
needs to
gained
know.
2 levels.
No one needs to know our shame.
So, I mean,
Although
as long as we're not
We've
streaming,
recorded
we're
and
good.
put this out on the
Yeah.
internet for everybody to
Aside
know
for
our
the
shame. So I guess
however many
they-
people are on the live stream.
You know,
My-
it's
my
like
mom
they
won't.
say 17 people can keep a secret if they're all watching the same live stream.
That's right.
And if they
It's
can't
not
keep a
canonical.
secret, the world's deadliest assassin knows where they live.
I thought that was a good intro. Sorry,
And there's
Steve.
no humiliation in being killed by a chicken.
All right.
If you got everybody's got to go somehow, and nobody gets
I
to
will
choose how.
So,
What's happening?
Hey, you bloodied the chicken. You still have a ways to go. I think you are in legitimate peril, but I think you can. I think there's a path out of this.
That path is kill the chicken.
You know,
Or run away.
Or
Let's kill the
save
chicken.
it and bring it back as a pet.
The only way out is through. I jump into his beak.
Does anybody
I would-
have does anybody have like enlarge, reduce, or polymorph? Could we just make this a normal sized chicken? I feel like
why
that'd be
would
way
you not
easier.
make it smaller than a normal sized chicken if you had that day?
All I do is shoot arrows, Dan.
You got any
Yeah, I just
enlarge,
poke things with
reduce
daggers.
arrows? Yeah, you got trick arrows.
Technically, you're
Yeah.
an NPC anyway. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Can we
I
go?
wasn't even looking at you.
Yeah,
I think we can go.
let's,
Sarah,
let's
sorry
go
about
back
that.
to
I
it.
didn't mean to take a
No,
long
you
break in the
didn't
middle
even
of
look
your
at me,
turn.
did you?
It's all good.
Let me just remind
Um,
myself Big Block has, I believe, done a wing attack, which is 2 legendary actions, and a tail attack, which is 3. So you all know
Now
that
it's
Big
time
Block,
for the McNugget attack.
Big Block does not have any more legendary actions before Big Block's turn, which is a while in the turn order from here. We'll edit out the part where Tony's house was not on fire and leave the part where it was on fire in, right, Jason? Well,
Sure.
And so you do.
all right.
Was it actually on fire?
No.
Okay, good.
And as far as we can tell, nothing was on fire. So,
Excitable.
Rizwin, I
Carolyn.
believe you are up next. You are
I
still
am.
conscious. You are.
I am. I have
are you
9
on your
hit points.
feet? Are you on your
I
feet?
am.
Or are you okay? You're on your feet. You took cover behind a pillar. You healed yourself
Yeah.
a little bit. A horrible chicken is rampaging through the room, trying to kill your friends. Peter Dragonforge is out cold.
Where is
Not for
Peter?
long.
I don't see him on the map.
Peter
Acrid
is
standing
Underneath
over
Acrid.
him.
Oh,
Yeah. Acrid, I'm just gonna put your
Seems
token
undignified.
next to Peter, but we'll know that you're kind of,
Protecting him.
protecting.
Well, Rizzo is going to hide behind this other column, which
Mhm.
conveniently is right next to Peter.
Oh yeah, there's a
Uh,
corpse here. Or pre-corpse.
Free corpse.
And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds
Oh,
Oh.
on
Nice.
Peter. Who
Yay,
gets
clerics! I forgot we had a cleric. Yay!
I think this may have been the
11.
turning point in the battle. Yep.
11 hit points back.
All right.
And can I cast 2 spells in a turn? I forget.
Not
Only
unless
if
one
it's
of
a
them's a
cantrip.
cantrip.
Yeah.
Except for this whole other silly rule.
Well, fine. Then the other one is actually a cantrip.
But the
Sacred
other one
Flame.
has to be a bonus action. You can't have 2 actions.
No.
So you could do healing word and a cantrip.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
could.
it.
But I'm going to give.
But Cure Wounds is
Cure wounds is better.
Cure Wounds is better. It's true.
Yeah.
Well, I have a sling. I could. Oh wait, no, it's an
Use
action. Ugh.
Oh right.
Then
Not a lot
Light
of bonus
is an
actions for a
action.
cleric.
guidance is an action. Sacred Flame is an action. Thaumaturgy is an action. All right. Yeah, not much else I can do. I will help Peter up.
Okay.
It's good.
Peter, do you receive the help?
I can do it myself. No, it's fine. I'm up.
He cannot.
Yeah.
He makes horrible old man
True
noises as
story.
he gets back up. Yeah.
And thus, it is hopefully now Peter Dragonforge's turn.
Let's
Or
see.
somebody else's turn.
It is. I think it's Melik's turn.
It is Melik's turn.
Now
Hey,
Malik's
the
turn.
chicken came over to be near me. That's sweet. I'm going to try shocking grasping it.
Oh God! Why would you touch a giant chicken? I guess if your hands are made of electricity, that's
Why
Why
I gotta-
wouldn't you touch a giant
Yeah.
chicken?
Right?
Only, once in a
That's-
lifetime opportunity.
That's what Acrid says.
what happens with this one, Melik?
11
11 what?
to hit.
Your damage.
Da da da
Oh.
da da da. 11.
The chicken somehow evades. You get a handful of feathers, but no chicken proper.
See, I was hoping to not only do damage, but have it not be able to take reactions until the start of its next
Mm.
turn.
Oh,
Nice.
that would have been good.
Stunning the
Because
chicken.
now what I'm going to do is try to walk away from it. Any
Oh.
opportunity attack?
Yeah, I think the chicken is gonna just try and hit you with its beak.
What? Why would it do that?
Does it have
Melik-
reactions on top of its legendary actions? That seems
I-
unfair.
Yeah, well, when you fight one giant chicken, things are, what is fairness in the world?
That means
Melik,
anybody else who wants to walk away can until his next turn. So
that's true. So Melik, I rolled a 28 to hit.
That is higher than my armor class.
Just a little bit, you think?
Yeah.
Melik, who I feel like I've done damage to both Melik and Alestrin. Well, I didn't damage Alestrin. I tried to damage Alestrin, who I never managed to get hit. because
scared
they're
him.
always hiding somewhere.
mentally
scared him.
damaged.
Mentally damaged. Melik, you are going to take 17 beak damage. This is piercing damage.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hellish rebuke it to make a dexterity save and beat 15.
All right.
So petty.
You like glare at him, and the chicken starts to get little hot. The chicken has rolled a 24.
Well, that's pretty good. It'll take half of 3d10.
3d10.
10.
Oh, I had no idea Hellish Rebuke was that many. That was
It's that many at this level.
wow.
It's a good spell.
Right? I might be wrong about that. Let me make sure. Hellish rebuke, blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, because I'm using it at second level. Not
Nice.
anyway. Take 9 damage, please.
All right.
And I have walked away.
Mm-hmm. You could go further if you want. You're in a corner. I don't know if there's.
I mean, I
Still in
could.
wing zone.
I
Yeah.
can't get farther away with
Yeah.
my movement, so that's it.
Wow.
I'm done.
Okay. Falessa, you are. You did not get knocked off your feet. You're in the vicinity of Big Bok.
Yep. So I'm going to try to stab it with my magic dagger.
All right.
Yep. That is 21.
21 definitely hits.
And thank goodness. Well, actually, it would be fine if Alestrin wasn't there because I have fancy things, but I can do my.
It would be fine if Alestrin wasn't there. What does that mean?
Man, if only Alestrin weren't here.
Jeez.
It's
You
fine.
got like a secret attack you don't want him to see.
18 points of piercing damage.
All right, that is what you want to be doing. Now you're
Yes.
chipping away at this chicken for real.
Yeah, and I'm still gonna stand here and use my bonus action to attack it with my vicious dagger. In
All
the
right.
other hand, see if I can hit it again. That is 23.
Yep.
I can't do sneak attack damage again, however, because I've already done that once. So this is going to be a very sad 2 points of damage.
All right.
Wow.
But
Every bit
I'm
helps.
also like sticking my tongue out at it.
Every point counts.
That's gotta hurt.
Yep.
And it's a vicious dagger, so if I had rolled a 20, it would have gotten even more. But
All right.
alas.
Peter, you are next. You are on your feet. You're probably still bloodied. I don't know if we should put a little red dot on you or not, but
Bloodied isn't a thing in 5th edition, so whatever you want to do.
Har har.
good
Oh
times
no,
here.
he's been
Total
red
party
dotted.
kill.
Guess what? I'm gonna hit a chicken.
Into the
Yeah.
field.
Yeah.
Do it. Hit it several times.
I didn't hit it that time.
Okay. How about the next time?
I did hit it the next time.
Yeah.
Yay.
Drama.
So I'm gonna use Divine Smite, which means I'm gonna use a spell slot to do
Excellent.
extra damage.
Cook the chicken with radiant
Here's
energy.
the damage. Well,
Got a toaster oven that does radiant damage. It's makes things really tasty and wholesome.
23 damage.
Nice.
Oh, that is a devastating blow to Big Block. I will tell you, Peter Dragonforge and others, Big Block is down from Big Block had a long history of being in a triple digits health. Big Block is down to double digits health and is
It's not as
unhappy about it.
it's not as reassuring as you feel.
No.
No. Well, a number less than 100 is what Big Box Health is. I've turned the entire token to red to indicate
Ooh.
just,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I'm so
yeah.
wounded now.
I know all the tricks in Roll20 now.
Chicken is on fire.
Yeah,
Chicken is enraged.
We
Oh,
don't need no water.
it's like in an old arcade video game when the chicken when the sprite would start blinking red to let you know the boss is almost dead. So, but possibly start attacking twice as fast. All right. Peter, anything else before your turn is over?
I don't think
Or-
I can do anything else.
All right, it is Big Box turn.
Already used its reaction to make an opportunity attack at Melik. So if
So you
you
could
wanted to
move
walk
away.
you could walk away.
Oh,
I recommend it strongly.
I am
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
absolutely do that.
Don't just walk, run.
Yeah.
Walk way far.
Scamper, skitter, stroll, strut.
Saunter.
Bye.
All right. It is Big Box turn. Big Box is enraged. Big Box is possibly aware that it's no longer the Alpha Box in this this part of the dungeon. Big
It's
Box
Melik now.
Alpha
is
box.
going to do an attack. And Big Box would love to murder Melik, but Melik has positioned himself in a place that is inconvenient to do so. Big Box is. I'm going to need a little bit of help here from the team with some
I'm
math.
dancing. I'm literally dancing in front of it and sticking out my tongue. And
All
going,
right. Big Box is going to do a cone attack.
Uh-oh.
This is a 60-foot cone. Help me! I haven't done a cone attack in a long time. How many of you people
Where is
can
this
I?
going?
how many of you can I include in a 60-foot cone?
Is there not like a cone tool?
I
There's
don't know
not
if
like a
Riz,
cone
would
tool.
Rizwan get hit? Isn't she protected by that pillar?
I think there's a chance that you could get hit.
The
but-
cone is usually as long as it is wide at its widest point, right? So it's usually 60
Yes.
feet wide and 60 feet like long in a straight line.
And 60 feet is a lot.
It's a lot. It's bigger than this room.
Yeah.
I had to change where I moved, Tony. You can
What?
redraw your cone. I moved too far. I moved one more than my speed, so I moved to the closer pillar, which I would logically do if I can't.
If he
That
moves the
makes much
cone,
more
you should just
sense.
move again. It's fine.
Yep. All right. So I think Dan is my cone seem reasonable there. I think the cone's going to catch
a lot of
Flessa,
cone.
Rutherford, and Acrid.
I think
Anyone-
that's probably
Anyone want to
okay.
argue about my cone or
No,
cone
no, no.
math?
It's a good cone.
The good
Even
cone.
Yeah.
All right. So you have not
Kind of
seen
shame.
Big Bok do this before. Big Bok kind of rears back, opens its huge beak, and a spray of kind of icy wind
What?
energy.
What kind of chicken
exhales.
is this?
There
This
are
is
a
a
lot of
chicken-
things that could have come out of that mouth, and that is probably the least disturbing, I guess.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is a chicken with a cold breath attack.
Sure.
Each creature in that area must make a DC 19
Cold chicken.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
or
gosh.
take
Constitution.
That was actually my
12d8 cold
best.
damage.
Constitution. What
Oh,
is
good. I'm
my
glad it's better for
constitution?
you. It's not good for me.
I
This
don't
is
think
not
I'm gonna make it,
minus.
but I got a 20.
You're still going to take half damage. Sorry.
No.
Well, nobody asked you.
Beep. Oh.
But I'm
5.
definitely using uncanny dodge this time because I can see that chicken.
Yeah.
So I will
Everyone can
also
see
take
this
half
chicken.
damage. I was hoping to take half of
Acrid,
half
how did you do?
5.
All right. Perhaps I think Rutherford and Flessa and Acrid are all caught a little flat-foot. Certainly, this is not a thing you've seen a chicken do or even a giant chicken do. And a cold
I have.
blast. But yeah, you're fine. You're over on the other
That's
side.
why
of
you're
the
so
chicken.
scared.
Yeah, you have the fear that wisdom brings.
I've seen
Um,
some chicken shit, man.
Yeah, you are terrified. Now we have to bleep that out. I guess.
Cut down. Time
It
to
was
go.
worth it. I don't have to blank it out.
Yep. So I'm stalling before reading the number because the number may be as scary as this whole
Oh
situation.
my god.
I guess Rutherford, you saved. So you'll take half damage.
I will take half.
Acrid.
So you'll
How
take
many
a
hit points do you
2-digit
have
number
right now?
instead of a
Technically,
3-digit
I don't think you
number.
can take half,
I have
Erica, because it's
31
not
hit
an
points.
attack.
You
Not
have
an
what?
attack?
31.
You rolled a saving throw. It wasn't an attack roll. I don't think uncanny dodge works unless they roll an attack roll, unfortunately, because that's why you have evasion for the at higher levels for the avoiding stuff that requires you to make dex
This
saves.
attack does 54 damage.
What?
Yeah,
What?
I believe half of that is 27.
Ouch.
Let's double check the uncanny dodge thing
Okay.
because that depends.
That will make a difference.
That'll make a difference as to whether I'm up or not.
Jeez.
Well, I took half damage and I'm at 12, so it's not great.
An attacker
is-
that you can see hits
big
you with an
attack.
An
attack.
attack. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, you're right. Evasion, which is 7th level, you can dodge out of the way of area effects. So this is an area of effect. as
Mhm.
Yeah,
opposed
this
to
it's not an
an
attack.
All right, then I am down. The question. How much was that again?
54.
And it has to be like your whole amount of hit points to be dead, right? Or is
Yeah.
it half?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm not dead. I'm just down.
You're just sad. And Rutherford, you're somehow still alive and conscious,
Yeah,
but
I'm not doing great.
but not feeling so good. All right, so the chicken has breathed an icy blast. Rutherford badly wounded. Flessa Acrid slumped to the ground. The chicken looks around with its cold, dead shark eyes and just kind of there's chickens can't really grin because of the beak, but if it could, it would be grinning. Nope, that's a witch. Says the
It's a witch chicken.
Witch chicken. That chicken.
Why does it have with shark eyes? Are those separate
Why is
eyes? Or are they?
Yeah, I mention this shark. This chicken was eating 2 sharks when it came into the room.
Well, I think that would have changed the calculus on what we decided to do here.
All right, Rutherford Umbrusk, you are conscious,
I
which
will
certainly puts you in the. I'm noticing a lot of red dots on the players today, like that. You're conscious. You are face to face with Big Bok, the horrible chicken monster.
I will stumble to my feet and attempt to
I think you
stab
were
it.
on your feet, or were you not?
I was
okay.
I was underneath the chicken for a while.
Oh, gotcha.
But I will stumble to my feet and attempt to stab it twice.
Title of your
Good.
autobiography.
Yep.
Staggered to my feet and stumbled to the chicken. Get myself a cup of ambition.
Well, 9 is not going to hit. Let's hope that second attack goes better.
My
14
second attack, I'm
also,
rolling 9d5.
second
Kids,
attack
ask
is a
grandparents.
14.
D5
so
isn't a thing,
no.
but just go with it. Yeah.
That's two misses.
I couldn't hear any of the numbers through all the jokes that were great.
I killed the
Also-
chicken, is
Oh,
what
no.
I said.
Monty, you gain inspiration for that quality music joke.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Not transferable to Melik. Sorry. So,
All right, that's fine.
Yep. Dan, did either of your attacks hit?
Nope.
Oh, great. All right.
Can I move? It'll kill me if I move. It'll kill me if I stay. I don't really
It
know what the
already
right move
used
is here.
It already used its reaction.
No, it didn't.
No, it did
Uh,
not.
It
just had
it
its
just got a
turn.
new
Just had
turn.
its turn.
Oh, that's right. It did just have a new turn. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so damned if you do, damned if you don't. I guess I'm sticking. I'm gonna stay and guard Flessa with my 12 hit points.
All right. Acrid, we need you to make a death saving throw. I'm sorry. You're muted.
I hope
What
you're
do
not dead
I need
already.
to roll for a death saving throw? This doesn't sound good. I'm just throwing that
You're
out
rolling
there.
a
This doesn't sound
D20.
great.
Hint, roll high.
You want 10 or higher? please?
Second hint, don't roll low.
Hit
Do
a
not
20.
roll. Don't roll a 1. Rolling a 20
Do I
is real
get any
good.
bonuses for this?
No.
Oop,
I don't think so.
straight up.
Oh, okay.
Grim
Wait,
Reaper
hold
don't
on.
play that. He does play chess, though. Do you play chess? Maybe you could bargain. with
12. Oh my god.
12 is
Hey.
technically,
One
and it's
success.
not. It's good. It's a success. It's not. If you roll 3 successes, you're not dying, but you're also, still unconscious. So that is.
Could be
Three
worse.
failures you don't want.
Yeah,
Could be
you don't want 3
worse.
failures.
To be killed
All
by
right.
my most loved creature
I know.
would be poignant.
You got
You were
Gotta go out
warned
doing
against
something you love.
this before the
I
adventure
was,
started.
I
That
was.
that old woman at the
Dragonborn.
carnival
Stubborn.
told you. But you live by the motto, hug every chicken. So, and
You must.
you die by that motto too.
Yeah.
Alestrin, you are, I believe, still afraid of chickens.
Still afraid
and
of
honestly,
chickens.
honestly, possibly the only sane one here, as the chicken pecks off people one by one.
That's a weird
You're still
turnabout.
hiding behind a pillar. What will happen?
Well, since Acrid made that death saving throw, that changes my calculus a little. So I am just going to stand here and continue to shoot arrows at this thing with disadvantage.
Might as well.
2 8s, which comes to 18.
That hits.
Yeah.
Great. That will do. Let's see, 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 3 quarry damage is 15.
Okay.
Good.
And I will knock up another arrow real quick and take another shot. Trying to make souvlaki here. Oh. Well, 1 is a crit. The other one rolled off the table. So let's see if I can roll another crit, shall
Oh,
we?
that'd be great.
Do it.
Do it. Kill the chicken.
I can't. That is a 16, unfortunately. So
That's still 16 plus your attack is good, right? Or is that 16
no, it's a
total?
6 plus 10.
Oh, okay.
So I just read that I'm allowed to transfer inspiration points. Is that true?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. So you can-
Sweet. Can I somehow transfer my inspiration point to Steve and inspire him to try again on that roll?
Yeah. That's what you do.
Excellent.
That may have been
Um,
that's a choice you're making in that, Steve is Steve, but
True. Olestrin, I
Guys are
believe in
great.
you.
Says the ghostly voice of the unconscious. No, oh no,
She's
Rizwan's
not-
up. Okay.
No, I'm up.
Rizwan's up.
No,
One,
but Rizwan, you did make a spooky voice when you said it,
Yeah.
just to kind of.
It's true.
okay.
Before
Rizwan
we
and I are
decide whether
hiding
Clerics,
behind this
that's,
pillar over
clerics are so weird.
before we decide whether that's a good idea or not, do I just re-roll 1 die or do I have to re-roll both?
I think it's
Oh,
just
gosh.
the one.
How does
I
it
mean,
work, Dan?
normally
Another
it would
attack?
It usually gives you
cancel out.
Yeah.
You get to re-roll. I think it said you get to re-roll.
It gives you
Um,
advantage. It grants advantage,
Yeah.
which normally, if you had done it before he attacked, would cancel out the disadvantage. So he
Right.
would only roll 1 die.
But now
After
I've
he's
just
rolled it. Now I'm not sure.
Well,
I
we
think
know what
you're-
his first die roll was. It was
We
a
do know what
crit.
his
It was
first
a crit. Yeah.
Mm.
That's
I,
true.
I think you
So-
re-roll the 6 and hope you get higher.
All right.
And to be,
I'm
Alestrin
good. That
only
seems
has
generous,
to,
honestly. So I'm going to go with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Alestrin
Although it might
only
be,
has to roll an 8 to hit, so he has a better than 50-50 chance of hitting.
if we can survive one more turn, it might be better to use that for the saving throw. So I don't have
Okay.
disadvantage next time. But no, well, let's shoot this guy.
Let's
Yeah.
shoot this guy.
Excuse me while I shoot this guy.
I know.
Rolling
That's a 4.
Listen,
so
Oh,
14.
Oh no.
Appreciate it,
Arrows
Rizwin, but
rain down upon the chicken, but they are blocked left and right by its mighty wings that flap at you, Alestrin. And Alestrin,
Alas.
give me a quick wisdom save against your chicken fear.
I would grant you inspiration, but I don't have any because I haven't done anything interesting in a while.
I just try to say something inspiring.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Woo.
And you have Alestrin. It has been a hard road, but you have finally, through intense exposure therapy, overcome
Immersion. Yeah.
your
Lester
your,
says, "Wait a minute,
your
that's a big chicken.
electorophobia.
The hell was I scared of?"
I've eaten chickens bigger than that.
I
That's
don't
the
think I'm
chicken
pronouncing
reference.
this word correctly, but it's
Electorophobia?
yeah, I think you said it with an extra syllable. Well, extra from what I said, or correct as the word is
Electorophobia?
written. Electorophobia. So
Electorophobia.
Fear of elections.
Fear of going to the polls.
mm.
There we go. Getting
So-
pulled by a chicken.
maybe
Hmm.
we can all rally behind the brave Alestrin who will
Mm.
save us
Don't
from
do
the
that.
day.
You
But
can't get behind a Lestrin. He's the farthest back. It's just
Yeah.
always the way.
That's true.
it's just a wall. And
I mean,
Big
Corn is
Doc
behind him.
will celebrate this moment by lashing out you with a tail attack as a
Sounds right.
legendary action.
Sounds right.
It's the only way he knows how to show emotion.
I have rolled a 30 to hit. Alestrin, just checking your AC is not 30, right?
Yeah, that's a miss.
Okay. Alestrin, please enjoy 15 bludgeoning damage.
I will enjoy that just to spite you.
Alestrin, I don't know the last time I hurt you in a game of Total Party Kill, but it feels
It's been a
like long
while.
time.
I
Yeah.
usually hide, so this
yeah.
doesn't
Steve,
happen.
though, you
Yeah.
hurt Steve regularly, just not
Yeah.
a Lester.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
We hurt them
okay.
both.
You said 15, right?
That 15 bludgeoning damage.
15.
How many hit points do you have? We've never seen you.
So many. I've got so
Really?
many.
Then why
so
do
many
you
hit
hide
points.
everywhere?
Well, that's why I've got so many hit points.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Is this
Save
where we
some.
find out that Alestrin is actually like super tough and should be, in the front row?
I am not hiding. I am strategically placing myself in a
Mm-mm.
smart
Nope.
position.
And a place to outlive your teammates. Got it. You don't have to outrun the big chicken. You just have to outrun your friends.
Hmm.
Rizwin, still alive, still conscious,
alive.
No,
not
not
probably as
conscious.
healthy as you'd like to be. Currently,
Yeah,
strategically placed behind a pillar.
It's true. I'm going to stabilize Acrid.
Oh wow!
Um,
I do not remember how that works.
You
I
roll
think
it.
I roll a medicine check.
Okay.
So you can't heal. You're out of heals.
I was going to use my healing word to heal Flessa.
You should absolutely do that because we need her damage.
Yeah, we do.
Super bad.
So I have a cure wounds that I could do on Flessa by running over there, but then I would be not attacking. So that's
You should attack.
okay.
Also,
I-
yeah, getting me up before Peter's turn would be good.
Yes, because you are
Yes.
ahead of that. So, Flessa, you get 6 hit points.
Hurrah!
So I was just
Groggy
looking up the
conscious
rules.
now.
It looks like you need to make a DC 10 medicine check to stabilize someone.
Well, that should not be hard because I have a +7 to my medicine.
You are a seasoned-
Except that I just hit 9. I should not have said anything.
It shouldn't have been hard, but you
But
were
it
doing
was.
a lot of. There was a lesson here about multitasking. You tried to save 2 people in one turn, and you saved one of them, right? So
It's true. I did. I'm going to sneak behind the pillar again in shame.
Yep. okay. All right.
That is my turn.
That is your turn. Melik, you are
Yeah.
strategically placed in a corner. The chicken really does not care for you, but has not really had a chance to get over there.
Oh, that's a shame. Hmm.
Please hit it with like 30 damage again.
Yeah, do that.
Well, I don't think I have 30 damage in me.
Because I got 45. Ah,
It's in the chicken.
I'm a sorcerer.
Just looking through my nonsense really quick.
Yeah.
Um,
Check all your nonsense, everybody.
yeah.
There might be something good.
This is just going to be Firebolt.
Okay.
25 to hit.
That'll definitely hit. You scorch a chicken.
2d10 coming in. 10.
Woohoo!
All right. Chipping away at a chicken.
No move, no bonus action. Next.
All right. Flessa, you are on the ground, but you are conscious. Some of your blood is still inside you.
Yeah.
A lot of it is all around you.
I would like to give my inspiration that you just gave me to Flessa so she can attack with advantage.
All right.
Yay. Thank you. I'm going to stand up, move a little bit away from Rutherford. I don't know how many times it can do that cone, but I don't want to be.
Yeah.
Stop for
Space
it.
yourselves out a little bit.
Uh-huh. So I'm going to roll my first attack with advantage. And that is good that I had advantage because otherwise I wouldn't hit. So thank you. So that's a 19 to hit, and I will use my sneak attack dice.
Yes.
So 21. Wait, no, and that plus a d4. I forgot the actual
Ooh.
die. 24, 23.
Yes, listen.
Okay, there is a gout of chicken blood. Big Bok is looking panicked.
Double gross.
Many of the pearly white feathers are stained with its own blood now. A very small number of them stained with your blood, not enough for its Big Bok's liking. And Big Bok is reeling around. Flessa, you got another attack coming?
I do. Yep. This is
Take
my
it down.
Oh, I crit. So
Nice.
that means I think I automatically get 7 damage. Is that how that works?
No, crit means you double the dice.
Yeah, but I have a vicious. I'm using the
Oh.
vicious dagger. So when you
Oh.
roll a 20 on your attack roll, the target takes an extra 7 damage of the
Oh my
weapon's
God.
type.
Try to take the
Nice.
head off because if you don't, it's going to be pecking us for like an hour after it dies.
If she
It's
takes
gonna
its
run
head
around.
off, it's going to be running
It's
around
going
like
around,
something
yeah,
with
that's
its
not
something cut off.
I'm okay
Oh.
with that.
Also, there's some challenging logistics when you cut the head off of something with a breath weapon attack. Like, is that just now erupting from it like a
Oh, no.
hydrant?
Yes,
I mean, where's
absolutely
that
it is.
coming
That sounds
from?
Look at
amazing.
the ceiling. No one cares about that.
Lungs from the lungs.
That's
It's
gonna
like, yeah.
That's gonna totally wake up the spiders, right?
Yeah. I don't think there's anything about this situation that is inviting to the spiders.
No.
So I think the
So-
spiders are here for whatever leftovers are
Maybe
left.
it falls
like 4
over and
hours
its
later.
neck points towards the spiders.
Yeah.
Where were the
Sadly-
spiders
Can we aim it towards
when the chicken tried to break our balls?
Mm.
It's 12 points of damage. Sadly, I was not doing sneak attack on
Nah.
that one.
Oh no!
No,
Take
put those
them
away.
out of that.
Put those away.
room.
Put those
it
away.
away now. There they go.
12 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, my dagger only does a d4, and since it's
Yeah.
my offhand, I don't get any bonuses.
Your left-handed dagger.
But I
Yep.
did crit, so I got that 7 extra points. That's
Yep.
that's in there too, so that's something.
All right. I mean, the Big Bok is, it's just a question of how many people can Big Bok take with you, I think, at this point.
It could literally kill me.
Peter, before you go, Big Bok is going to do a lair action, and you don't want to be that close.
Oh no. Okay. I'm
Sorry,
still
not a
back
lair
here.
action. Legendary action.
Yep.
Big Bok is going to do its wing attack because
A
several of you
lair
all-
action? He's going to play a song about Congress?
A lair action is also a thing in D&D, but it's
That's
not
a
gonna do
Mark
that.
Russell action.
Reference.
Oh,
got it.
okay, sure, fair.
So Big Bok is going to do another legendary action. Big Bok is just worried about just trying to survive at this point. Big Bok is going to do the wing attack, but not fly away because that would provoke and you would all murder him. So everyone within 10 feet of Big Bok,
Hey, that's
which is
me.
many of you,
It is me.
needs to make a. I don't think is it Melik? Are you within 10?
Yeah.
Sure looks like it.
Okay. Melik, so you're going to make a DC 19 dexterity save.
Look, that column
as-
is right there. There's no
boy.
way that the wing is going around that column.
Yeah, Melik,
Long
I would
wing.
say you probably have an advantage on this because I don't.
Okay.
I'm
oh,
behind a
shit.
column.
Should have stayed on the
Yeah,
ground.
yeah, but also Big Box right there. So Rutherford, Flessa, Olestrin, Melik with advantage, DC 19, dexterity check as Big Box wings are flapping all around.
Dexterity check or save?
Saving throw.
Saving throw.
Got you.
It doesn't matter to me. I rolled a 2 on the die.
I rolled a
Rutherford
1.
rolled the 1.
I got an 18.
Oh.
I rolled a quit. A
Wow.
quit. I rolled a
I
quit.
I'm with
quit.
I'm with Steve.
I've
I
had it
quit
with this.
too.
So I got a
You can't quit.
27.
You can't quit. You're fired.
Walk out.
27 for a
And
Lester.
so
Strike,
you do.
strike.
Suck it, other side of the pillar.
If you failed, which it sounds like many of you do,
Hey,
you
that's
take
not me.
13
See if you're as cool as the other side of the pillar.
I'm right, I
Well,
am.
That's just enough to take me down.
Oh.
Even using my uncanny dodge, it's still like I have 6 hit points.
13 damage, and you are knocked prone.
I was just about to give
Rutherford
Peter some
and-
encouragement, but didn't.
Rutherford
not gonna
and
happen.
Flessa hit the ground. Melik, you take some damage, which you probably never take.
13, you say?
Yeah.
I'm down and I cannot do Hellish Rebuke because it's just too much.
Oh gosh, an Alestrin, how are you?
4 people are down.
Wait. How many do I take on a failed save or a successful save?
None.
Then I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah.
Well,
That's good because you're going to fight this fight single-handed pretty soon.
All right, Peter Dragonforge, it is your turn.
Okay, everybody. Should I can
Take it
I can
down.
use my spell slot to get 3d8 extra damage if I hit it, or
it.
I can heal somebody.
No,
Kill it.
Damage. We
Yeah.
can stabilize
I'd kill
people
it.
If
after
it's
we kill
dead,
it.
none of us will be dead within 3 turns.
Yeah.
Did somebody
Whereas-
have inspiration that could give it to you?
I already gave
Can
my
dead people give it to
inspiration.
you?
They're not dead.
Unconscious, yes.
Unconscious. All can we?
If you have inspiration,
I don't think I have inspiration. Do I have inspiration?
you have to have it. to give it
Somebody
to
was threatening to give it to me earlier when
29 damage.
doesn't
them.
matter.
All right.
Nice.
Peter Dragonforge
Ooh.
rushes across the round to
Yeah.
where the chicken is just flapping around. 3 of your friends lie bleeding out at the feet of the horrible chicken, and you basically just smack it in the back with your
with the
mighty
divine
sword.
radiance of Bahamut.
Bahamut
the
itself.
Yay.
Bahamut was
16
here
extra hit points.
in the Bahamut is here in this dance hall with you. I suspect that you are going to badly wound this chicken. There's a chance you're going to kill it. Tell me about damage.
No, that's what I.
That
that's
was
what-
the damage.
That was the damage.
Oh, how much was the damage total?
What was the to hit?
Sorry,
9.
a lot of numbers were said. What number am I reacting to?
29 damage.
29 damage.
Oh, right. Sorry.
It's 27 to hit. 29 damage.
I missed the 27 to hit.
Yeah, so did I.
Peter rushes over and
Hold on, Tony.
stabs-
Let me
Do
be
it.
clear. I rolled 27 to hit, and then I rolled 1d8 plus 6. That's 4 plus 6. That's 10. 3d8 of divine Bahamut damage. That is 16. And my little glowy sword action that I did, which was a d4, which is 3. Boom. What happens? 29
You-
damage.
Hot dog.
You storm
dog.
across the
It's my move.
battlefield, filled with fury and the wisdom of Bahamut, feeling like if you do not take this chicken down, all of your friends will die, and that will be a real bad story to tell back at the yawning portal. You lunge through the air and plunge your great sword into the back of the chicken. The chicken barks and slumps to the ground. You have defeated Big Bok.
Yeah.
He ain't so big.
All right.
I go stabilize everybody.
Oh, let's
Rizwin rushes out from
quickly
behind the column.
casts Goodberry and feeds one to each
Yay.
Yay.
unconscious
Ah.
party member. So that's 4.
These are really
Yeah.
good. Thanks.
They're all awake.
Yummy.
Flessa,
What
Rutherford, and Melik and Akrid all kind of groggily come to. There's a giant chicken corpse in the middle of the room.
Did we
Everyone,
win?
yeah, this is winning. I will point
Where
out,
am I?
except for Alestrin, all of you were either unconscious or bloodied at the end of the fight. And several of you
I'm
have been
fine.
unconscious at one point.
I think
Hey, Alestrin, health as a
Everybody
team
was.
resource. Way to hoard it.
Mhm.
So you have defeated Big Bok. You have kept Quarren Umbrusk alive. You've even kept Rutherford
Rutherford.
Umbrusk alive.
Did
which
we?
was-
We haven't checked behind the
Yes.
door yet. He's Schrodinger's
Sure,
foreign
we
right
have.
He had a
now.
heart attack back there from the chicken. It was really unfortunate.
I'm
Right
fine.
now, he's either
No.
alive or dead.
Something like this happened back in my young day, and his story continues for quite a while. It's unclear how chicken related it is, but it's hard to concentrate after the first 8 minutes of it. And so you take what you need from the situation and make your way back up to the surface. The rest of the trip back to Waterdeep is surprisingly uneventful. you decided probably for the best to escort Corin and Rutherford to the Umbrusk family estate, just to make sure they don't get robbed on their way back. And you all gain a level and are richly rewarded by the Umbrusk family for returning not one, but 2 heirs to them, creating a very complicated estate situation for them to litigate and fight about.
In the next
That,
adventure, you're all
kids,
lawyers.
Is how I spent that 7 years when I didn't attend any of your baseball games or dance recitals.
That's right.
Annie?
But we saved a guy.
and his
We saved
and his
two guys.
And his dad.
friend guy.
A rich family is happy.
Yes.
Hooray.
Finally.
Hey,
Finally, will no one think of the wealthy?
Well, they paid us presumably really well. Plus,
Yeah.
we got all those rare books.
It was
They
like
We gave a
$5
lot
per
of sandwiches
person
out.
or
yeah, now
something.
that the Umbrusk family is back, they can continue to lobby against the tax rates. And
Oh no,
Lex,
what have we done?
Just remember,
Good
sure,
for them.
you saved a rich family. You did a lot of other things along the way. You toppled a kobold army that was intent on taking over Undermountain. You helped several small businesses launch. You fought a vampire that that was bad. There's
Forgot
a
about
lot of important work
Who
that you
threatened
did.
to suck
You-
all the red out of the tomatoes on Smurgle's sandwiches?
Yep, I think you may be confusing that with Banicula, but I'm not certain. You
Same guy.
you intervened in a war between the lizard people and Enda's gang of rogues that was probably going to spill over into the surface. You saved a variety of innocents that they were using to test traps on. There's a lot of good work that was done in addition to saving one rich family that
Plus
financed
the
this whole
friends you made
operation.
along the way.
Plus the
And
friends you
Don't
made
tell the
along
Shut
Lords
up,
of
Rutherford.
Waterdeep. We violated the Prime Directive a couple of times. Don't tell the Lords of Waterdeep.
And
Yeah.
as our story ends, we find Dragonforge and Associates sitting at a large table inside the new second location of Smurgle's sandwich
Yes.
shop. That's right.
Ah.
Smurgles
They're
too.
expanding.
It's franchising. That's
Franchising.
Smurgles
big.
too. Yeah.
Franchising.
But it's
Yeah.
TOO.
Is it? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I'm out. I'm off the street team.
Where they
I don't
are
go in for
offering-
that kind of
They,
fun.
they said we sent them so many people to the first location that they had
Yeah.
to open another location.
and the
Plus,
special,
so much chicken meat.
special buy one get 4 on barbecue chicken.
I was
sandwich.
going to say, when we get to the surface, the first thing we do is we go to Smurgles and we tell them where they can get a very large amount of chicken meat. And I imagine
Fresh.
that they send people
Jesus.
through that portal
What?
immediately.
Kobolds and bugbears don't eat chicken. What is wrong with you?
They sell it to other people
Okay.
like us. They roast it
Mhm.
and then they sell it, or they put it in that. We also tell them where that little electrical force field that
I
keeps
think
people in stasis.
I think there are other.
They
safer
use that as a
ways to-
convection
to-
oven
to-
now.
And they
stick
could
it in
use
the
they
cone
could
colds.
they could investigate that if they want to in terms of baking
Yeah, I
it
will
out
say
for-
tours now
Due
open.
to the ice breath attack of the chicken meat stays fresh for an extremely long time.
Have you ever had a sandwich
so-
that was cooked in an electric convention oven with a zombie in it? Because that zombie adds a lot of flavor.
Ugh,
Zing.
that
It's
is
like
not.
chicory.
I don't think that is acceptable. I think we'll see what I don't know if there's a health department.
That's one rotten apple
Nice
spoils
spunk.
the whole barrel.
Yeah. Well, people, we started this in 2014, if you can believe it. We've
God.
done a lot. We
Can't
literally
believe it.
started in a different edition of Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, you
Would
can't
I-
believe it because you
Several
weren't here,
editions ago,
NPC.
right?
What are
Would
you doing?
any of us have agreed to
I
it
was
if we
here.
knew this, how this
Oh, that's right, you were. Never mind.
Would any of us have agreed to this if we knew what we were getting into?
Probably not.
Yeah,
Um,
probably. I got
probably.
nothing else going
I'll
on.
just point out that the other adventure we started before this one is still ongoing. So
And,
Oh,
you guys are
With no
simply
end in
low level.
sight.
Yep. So I think will we ever see Dragonforge and Associates again? Maybe we'll visit them at a later point in their lives when they're much
With
higher
one
level.
more level to their names.
I was
Wow.
thinking maybe even several levels beyond that even. So but to be determined.
You think they'll live that long?
I don't know. It's unclear.
Hey.
Jason,
They've lived
should I do an actual wrap up or is that enough? What do you need for editing?
I mean,
Are
yeah,
Are
you
there
just-
no
you
more
should-
questions to
I
answer?
should
think it
say
should
goodbye
end-
or thank all the people or
I
whatever.
think it
Yeah.
should just end on what do you need?
Yeah, what do you
This is the finale of the campaign.
Yeah.
Close it out.
what more do you need from me?
I think you need to thank all of us, and we'll thank
All right.
you, and then we'll be done.
Thank us, Tony. Thank us respectfully.
Oh, wait, you'll take our play and you'll accept it.
All
Not
that's
like
left for me to
it, but
do.
accept it.
all that's left for me to do is to thank our players who have been with us for ever so long. Monty Ashley, thank you for being here.
You're welcome. And thank you for running this, Tony. It was super fun.
Sarah Barber, thank
For
you
about
for being
2 of the
here.
7 years.
Thank you. So next week?
Maybe. Erica Ensign, it wouldn't be Dungeons and Dragons without you.
Thank you for having me. I am going to miss playing Flessa, who is my first TPK character. So it's been great.
Steve Lutz, remember to mark things as your Corey.
No, you thank off.
Mm.
That's wrong.
Yep.
Thank you, Tony. Appreciate that you spent all of these last 7 years, every waking hour, coming up with new campaigns and monsters and puzzles and nonsense.
And us emphasis on the nonsense. Georgia Dow, I'm less afraid of therapists now that I played Dungeons and Dragons with one.
I'm so happy. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for rhyming.
Mm. Remember the Prince of Rumors? You talked in rhymes. Everyone
No.
loved that NPC.
No one remembers.
I liked his cats. He had lots of kitties.
Jason Snell, I think this is all your fault, technically. If there wasn't a podcast network, no one would listen to this.
Probably so. Well, thank you for DMing, Tony. And it's been a pleasure playing Peter Dragonforge, who still has comfy furniture in his dad's basement and reminds you always know where your sandwich coupons are.
Mm-hmm.
And Bahamut loves you.
So many beanbag chairs, probably one of them is a gelatinous cube. And last but not least, joining us as a guest star for the last several episodes, it's Dan Moore. And Dan, thanks for being here.
Tony, it's been a long 7 years, hasn't we? We've really been through a lot.
It's true.
Thank you. It was my pleasure. Thank you for DMing.
Yeah. Listeners, thank you for listening along with us. We hope you enjoyed this, and we'll be back for other Total Party Kill antics across our many adventures and settings.
We never learn.
People are always asking me, what adventure did you use for this adventure? This is from the 4th edition adventure, which is really almost more of an adventure setting, Halls of Undermountain. If you bought that very old book and flipped through it, you would certainly recognize some of the rooms, some of the NPCs like Czar and Vampire Dan, and so on.
Big Bok, the giant chicken.
Big Bok, the giant chicken does not appear. That's a Tony Cinderella original. But that
TM,
would give you a
TM.
lot. Yeah. Big Bok belongs to the people. Take from Big Bok what you need.
Creative Commons.
A
Excellent.
giant drumstick.
I think that's all we have
My
to
shirts
say.
are on
Thank you
TeePublic
for
already.
being here, nerds. Goodbye, nerds. The end.
Bye.
Team.
Bye.
Bye, nerds.
We did it.
We did it.
Oh my
We
god.
did it.
What did we do?
Killed the
We
chicken.
played
So many
D&D
things.
for
Oh, okay.
100
So
years.
sad.
That's something.
Just gonna close all these tabs.
As we're dying, I was sitting there thinking,
What an end.
What a way to go.
remember how Georgia used 2 of her attacks to hug the chicken that was trying to kill
Yep.
us? And I thought, yeah, but that's really good role playing.
Yeah, it's
actually.
and I mean,
Entertainment.
things
That's
happen.
entertainment, man.
Lestern went and hid. No one made a point of thanking me for that.
I noticed. I thought you all played it very well. And it's hard. This was a challenging enemy. That cold attack is devastating.
Yeah.
There was, and you never know. This was a challenging a bad guy.
Was the chicken a reskin of something, or was that a total?
The chicken is a
Okay.
white dragon. But,
A white dragon.
but,
It's perfect. It was perfect.
I also
Wow.
But we don't get to tell
So we
people we killed a dragon. This is
Technically killed a
Dragon-
dragon,
No,
but
it's
yeah.
Dungeons and
Dragons.
Dungeons and Chickens.
Dungeons
it
and
is
chickens.
it is a white dragon. I also, I mean, if you're gonna ask all the questions, Dan, it's a white dragon
I
with
asked
100
one-
extra hit points.
Ooh.
Hey,
So
we're pretty good,
um,
as it
I
turns
felt
out.
I felt that extra 100 hit points. let me
I was
tell
gonna
you.
say, I was like, I thought about, I was like, should I give it some extra hit points? Should I double its hit points? No, that's too much. I'll give it 100 extra. What harm will that do? Flash forward to
quite a lot of harm.
4 people unconscious is like, this is all my fault. So,
That's perfect, though. I mean, it was
Yeah,
like
I
a
liked it.
perfectly
We-
pitched
Yeah, it
comment.
was great.
No,
It was
I
great.
mean,
we were in peril, but we won. Perfect.
it worked out
Sure.
great, but it looked real
It was
dicey
dicey there for a minute. Yeah.
Close.
So that's
Put it
good.
this way,
That's
if
the
you
best.
all
The best
died
combats look very, very
yes.
bad. For
The
a very
end
short
Stop
period.
justified the
recording of
means.
audio.
It worked out great,
that?
but there was definitely a moment where it's like they're all gonna die because I arbitrarily made this too hard.
That would have been awesome, by the way.
I mean,
So-
it would have gone with the theme of the show,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, I guess so.
You never know. I mean, I
The
think
kill part.
you ended up you didn't. I wasn't sure how badly off everyone was going into the fight. You managed to avoid a lot of the combat, so I thought that was, you didn't fight 10 giant spiders. You didn't fight a revenant.
I was
so.
regretting not taking that long or the short rest even.
I
I
did
was regretting
offer.
not taking the long rest.
I did
I had
kind of offer a short rest that none of you
Not
took.
have taken a long
Yeah,
rest.
note to self, when the DM points out that this would be a safe place to rest, it's probably a good idea to listen to that.
Yeah.
Those were words I said.
Well,
And-
no, because if we had rested, we would have then not made our stealth rolls and would have had to fight.
I could have cast
spiders.
another iteration of that same
Okay,
spell.
well then-
though.
Oh,
We should have
Oh,
rested.
well.
That
No,
would have
we
been a
should have
good
rested.
idea.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh well.
Yeah, I
fine.
felt like probably
We're
there
all
were, some bigger spells you could have.
We're still alive.
It could potentially have run me out of spell slots, but it probably would have been worth it. So, whatever.
Well, that killing blow
won!
was my last spell slot, so yeah.
Well, I'm glad that
Yeah.
went well. The other fear is always, dragons and other solo monsters in D&D sometimes just like rolling attacks over and over again, a real kind of not fun combat. I would say that and not a very dynamic room that you were fighting the dragon in, or big chicken in either, but being constantly in peril made it.
It was still interesting. It was more interesting than a lot of solo fights that I've done.
Yeah.
with
And
big
honestly, the fact
monsters.
that it was a chicken was.
I
way
think
more
the fact that it was a
Yeah,
big
a lot.
chicken
Way
Why-
better.
It's like,
Yeah.
what is it
That
going to
was
do
fun.
next? What is the chicken going to do?
Well, and I mean, it was literally just the stat block of a giant dragon, but I tried to make the descriptions.
So that's why it had a
different.
tail.
Yes, it did have a tail still.
Tail
Uh,
feathers.
I didn't even think about
That's
that.
right. That's a thing.
Yeah,
I
and
just
they have a
figured
breath
since
attack and they have wings attacks. So,
It could have
you know.
shot eggs at us at some point. That would
Yeah.
have
That would have been funny.
George
I just
probably
figured
would have
since it
tried
was
to
like a
hug them, though.
dinosaur.
I just thought
Or
that
hatch
Taking
them.
those
and
eggs
also
home. Those things would
well,
have been with
you
us.
all
We
reacted.
would have-
so-
Could have
Yeah.
little box.
That was
Exactly.
not in
Baby
this
box.
when I originally conceived of the
Baby
adventure.
box.
That was not in there, but you reacted to the little chickens so strongly that I was like, I'm adding a giant chicken. At the
When
end.
you originally conceived
Yes.
the adventure, you mean
Loved
7
it.
years ago, you didn't
Loved
plan
it.
for there to
I
be a
did not-
giant chicken as a
You
boss
didn't
fight?
plan that at the beginning.
I planned that there would be little chickens in a room near the end, and then I
By
was
the
like, "There's gonna be one more
chickens.
big chicken."
It was perfect.
so-
By chickens, did you mean cockatrices?
Well, they were
right?
cockatrices, but I described them as chickens, so
Those
because
things.
that amused me. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
all right, Jason, you want these files? You think we should release this one?
I think
Send
we
me your
probably
files.
should. I'm going to turn off the live stream. Thank you, live stream.
Thanks, live stream.
Bye, everybody.